even holding on to a joke this long, sometimes just kills it.
Drop it. Right.
Pete, I've got to hold on. I've got nothing else going in my life. So,
if you've got nothing else going, what are we going to talk about this episode? Because this was your idea to get the bang back together. Because she was like, "We've got so much shit to talk about because we've been doing stuff." I was happy to just do nothing.
We do.
Like Dan was already doing nothing. I aspired to be like Dan, and
I just came on because you were all on it.
Yeah. Dan just walked on.
I didn't even realise we were going live.
I was playing XCOM, watching the football, and then all of a sudden, 3 other cunts turned up.
So I did the math. The last episode we did was back in April.
April?
Yeah,
wow.
We did do the I say the lost one. It's not lost. I know exactly where it is. I took it outside and shot it like Old Yeller, which was the random 30k episode we did that was shit and then never actually got uploaded or edited because it was just wank.
Oh.
So I'm skipping that one. It was shit, Pete. It was shit.
I've penciled in a whole segment about 30k.
Oh, we can talk about 30k again, but that episode we did entirely about 30k. I didn't like the episode. It was a bit shit.
Yeah, well, that's the segment done now. So
there we
just to keep our bolt action fans happy, I'm just going to run through the events you should get to. Sniper Rally on the 25th. I'm not going to tell you when and where. They're in the UK. Deal with it. Autumn Assault also on the 25th, and Operation Supercharge on the 2nd of November. There are more on our calendar that Spurlie lovingly keeps up to date. And I shall see anybody at the Earlier War event on the 8th of November at Factorum because I'm signed up for
that. Supercharge has got 1 ticket left if anybody does want to go.
Is that the one you're going to, Spurlie?
Yeah, that's the one I'm going to. And up until about 2 hours ago or whatever, I was set on taking Soviets, and then I've just gone, no. And I'm going to take something else instead.
Is that like literally next weekend?
No.
Yeah. So it's not this
Is that because they nerfed the bomb?
It's because, Spurlie had a broken list and they released a new army book and now they're pissed in his fire and he doesn't know what to do anymore.
Oh, the list wasn't broken.
Released new FAQ and pissed off his Germans.
Yeah, that was the thing. It's the Germans that took it in the face.
Look, you knew you was playing with fire when you printed off those 17 million FT-17s. You knew what was going to happen. You're lucky. You're lucky that you got 6 months out of them. To be fair.
Yeah, I think that's probably what hurts more is that I did get 6 months out of them, and then they changed it.
Dan, what word would you use to describe someone who like takes advantage of like an obvious rules issue? I feel we've been accused of this sort of thing in the past, but we've never been as blatant as our friends, Spurlie.
Do you know what? I think you only get labelled this word if you actually succeed. I think if you still fail, you're just a moron. If you win, you're a whacker.
It's not.
Although he failed at all costs, so maybe he's a facker.
A facker.
It wasn't clear and obvious because it's not like they were all pointed the same and then it just didn't have the rule. It was 5 points more. So it was clear it was pointed to get rid of pitifully slow.
Okay.
So it wasn't clear and obvious. I was just playing what was available in front of me. And even Alessio.
So what's that? Hold on. What's this? It's Spurlie's copium. It's still there.
I like that you was about to go into Alessio proved it. Like, when have we ever, as the Juggernaut podcast, ever listened or had deference to games designers ever? We don't do that here. Like,
to quote
you'll
you,
never guess who our special guest
on
is.
our own Discord, Spurlie. To quote you on our own Discord, Spurlie, that's how the rules are. Until it's an FAQ, I don't want to see it.
Well, yeah, that's true. If it's not in an FAQ or an errata, it's a house rule, isn't it? You know.
Wow. So,
let's talk about Toph's most recent game of 30k then, if we're going to get into this.
Is that okay? Let's go. Guide us in our conversation. What would you like us to talk about first?
Oh, I don't know. I haven't got a clue. I'm no good at this.
Can we go chronologically?
Oh my! Do you podcast or not?
Well, clearly not. So the last one was in
Okay.
April.
Well, in which case, while Spurlie's thinking about it, dear listener, we've been playing lots of games over the past 6 months, and Spurlie was like, let's do a little segment on each one. We're going to start with 30k, because Spurlie is not organised.
Yeah.
There we go.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm also
and
not
to all the
interested
listeners,
today.
to all the listeners who
So
thought
get it out
we
of the
might have
way.
improved over the past 6-month hiatus, we have not.
I think you'll find the term is
Where's my tin pot hat?
we've
Pot.
tin pot double down.
Double downs, no, I like that.
Look, but this is the thing. The
Yeah.
reason we get to talk about 30k is I can use my Dawn of War soundtrack,
Marine Squad deployed.
which is like, that just adds the production value to this whole thing. If you want to go and listen to my opinions on 30k, go and listen to the episode that's on Facebook but won't be on anywhere else because I can't be asked to upload it because it's a shit episode, but if you might like it if you're actually into that sort of thing. But if you don't know, Games Workshop released a new edition of 30k, which by all accounts is worse in every way than the previous edition.
And was the
Horus
previous
Heresy
edition
3rd edition,
Yes.
and it's pretty good. I've had lots of fun playing it.
good? Or is it just you then,
I-
Dave?
I'll stand by it. I'll stand by it. And I can't remember. I went on a rant because I went on a rant about it on WhatsApp the other day because there's so many little. It's so close to being a really good game, right? In that 30k, you're dealing with Space Marines, you get all your mods on the table, you go bang bang bang, you got Primarchs beating you. That's fine. And then the rulebook goes, would you like terrain rules? We don't have good terrain rules. Would you like to play some turns? You've only get 4 turns, you fucker, now get lost. And it's just all these just really stupid, annoying things like, do you want to do a thing?
Okay.
Oh, well, your mate's a whacker and he 3D printed this brilliant unit and they've got 14 million reactions and they're going to shoot you before you can do anything.
Okay, so I'm going to come in here and from what I've seen, what I've heard, what I've actually, I've barely played, but from what I played, I've got a feeling a few of the changes, and I'm going to go out there and say it, a few of the changes are to help the ADHD crowd just can't pay attention. Terrain rules, can't pay attention to those, put them in the bin. Do the usual GW stuff, and put them in the bin because we're never, ever going to pay attention to them. Cool. And then the other thing, 6 turns is too many. I can't keep my focus all through the game, so let's cut it down to 4. There you go. It's a little bit mad, but you know what you do? You house rule your terrain rules, and you run your turns to turn 6 like normal people.
Well, nothing's left by the end. Nothing's left that long, Pete, because half your army's deleted on the first turn. So on Tuesday,
That's because you play World Eaters, and your some tactics are, am I in combat yet? If the answer is no, why not?
So I had a game on Tuesday. I played Luke and Sheffy. We each deployed because it's old 5th edition rules, which is like you roll off and the winner just deploys their entire army, and then you get to go first because you deployed your entire army first, unless they seize initiative, which they will do 89% of the time because that's how maths works in my head. And they seized it and they blew me off the table. And then I had 1 turn, and then they blew me off the table again, and I conceded. I had 1 turn. Took us about an hour and a half to get through that. Because the terrain rules are so shit, there's nowhere to hide. And even when you get your army to go and do something, and you're about to do something, go, hey, I have a reaction point, and then they just kill you anyway in your own turn. So
wasn't it also found out that a unit can only react once per turn?
Doesn't matter.
Afterwards.
Yeah, we found that afterwards, but it wouldn't have made any difference. Wouldn't have made any fucking difference in the slightest. You know what also didn't help? Luke's a cheating fucker. He had a
ethereal again.
He had a Tech Marine, yeah, and I charged him with my Legion Champion, and I was like, let's have a challenge. And he was like, accept, I'm going to beat the shit out of this fucking Tech Marine, little punk-ass dickhead. And then halfway through he's like, actually, that's a Centurion in Cataphractile armor. That's not the fucking model. And then this is the quick bit. I did tell you. Get the fuck out. Get the fuck out. And then he proceeds to pass every single invulnerable save in the world. So, fuck the lot of them.
4 up. Yeah, 50 chance.
Exactly. That's why he's cheating, Pete. He's cheating. And what's better is tomorrow I'm going to a 30k tournament because I just like beating myself up.
Hang on, didn't you only just win your first game of 30? Well, get your first win in 30k recently.
Yeah, that was so I've played about 10, 15 games of 30k so far, and I've won 1 of them. I think I'm just really bad at it. Or, as you say, Pete,
we finally found a game.
Or the game really doesn't favour World Eaters. because you wanted to get in combat. And combat doesn't work when you can just shoot people. So no,
I think it doesn't favour your world eaters in the fact that you actually need to put a status on there for them to do anything, and you're like, I don't do guns.
Yeah, it's when you're like, this game sucks, I don't like it, and then your friend's trying to be helpful, and they're like, have you tried taking like artillery and suppression weapons? And I'm like, who the fuck do you think I am? I'm a world eater. I'm fucking taking. What is this artillery? What's a FUD gun? No, what is suppression?
It's all about like the narrative and forging the story, isn't it? It's not about who can be the most dirty whacker, unless you maybe go into the biggest tournament there is in the country. But the game should be themed and fun, and if you're a world eater, you get your chain axes out and you run into the guns and die. That's the rule.
It's the rule, but the problem is like the game's really not set up to help, because like you get up, you run up, you get out your rhino, you go and try and charge them, and then they unload like 60 botgun shots into you. Then you charge in, then they get to go first because you have a chain axe that reduces your initiative, because world eaters have chain axes, so they go first, butcher half of you. Then the remaining 5 guys go with your chain axes and kill like 2 dudes. You then lose the combat, and then you just stand there. That's it.
Do you not get more wounds because of the strength on your chain axe bonus?
It's 3s rather than 4s.
Yeah, it's still better.
I'd rather go first.
Well, that's what you attach characters for. The one game I've had against your world eaters, Khan caused me nightmares. Because it was there like, I can kill these 15 dudes, not a problem, but that guy there is going to kill all of them.
But you know who Khan sucks
like,
against?
I'm seeing your despoiler squads as just like an absolute delivery system for a murder bomb.
Yeah, they're just it doesn't murder half good enough to make up for the rest of them, or they get caught up by a single fucking Tech Marine disguised as a Cataphractite Terminator Sergeant Centurion man. Fuck you, man.
I can't believe a salamander would do that. That's Alpha Legion tales of bullshit.
Don't get me wrong. I am enjoying my 30k games because, like, as Dan says, it's all about like the cinematics of stuff. Or here's my 100 world users charging up a wall. Blah, you know what I mean? And it's wicked for stuff like that. I've got my anger on. He goes and he beats the shit out of stuff. But there's just little things that proper wind me the fuck up about this game. Like it's a 4-turn game. Yeah, you can roll for reserves on turn 1. Fine. Drop pods aren't allowed to come in turn 1. No, drop pods have to come in turn 2. If you successful it. But then obviously you can't charge out of a drop pod either, which means if you put, say, a combat unit in a drop pod, they can only charge from turn 3 onwards if you're lucky. So that means you only get them for like 1 and a bit turns if you're lucky.
It's the same issue that GW have had for a while now, because you've never been able to charge out drop pods, but them coming down turn 1, everybody kind of leaned into it in 40k, and I think 6th edition, and there was the drop pod armies that would just come down and annihilate Alpha Strike.
That was stupid.
Yeah, it's partially the community's problem, but GW is still there going, we don't want this problem. It's like, well, just let the community police itself.
I just want one little dreadnought in a drop pod, please. Please let me charge you.
You want the 5th edition Lucifer pattern dreadnought assault.
Oh, that was bullshit. Don't fucking start that up again.
Look at me and my Land Raider full of Deathwing Terminators. Well, here's a Furioso. I'm going to crack it open with a melter gun and kill all your Terminators.
Wow. Yeah. Dan, how's your Emperor's Children coming on?
They're all purple.
Okay.
They're in a box in the garage.
Because
I'm painting old world armies.
To be fair, that is the correct hierarchy of like priorities of things to do. Spurlie, how's your 30k? Never mind. Sorry, a bit awkward. Isn't it?
I've got some lovely yellow ones that I'm keeping in storage in Colville. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I'm just going to keep them there. Keep them there for a bit.
If anyone would like to buy an Imperial Fist army off me so that Spurlie can't use it, I'm going to just make me an offer, mate. Super low. Don't worry. I can go lower. You don't worry.
At this rate, that weekend, if I go and don't play, I will still have more fun than all of you lot playing the game by the sound of it.
Oh, the Owen technique.
I don't think so, because I'll be having fun while playing. So you underestimate me having fun.
Well, Pete, I was about to say, you've not played much lately, but you have, because we know you have. You've been going down and you've been moonlighting with Richard, which is...
I know. No, I've been playing a lot. I've been playing more Bolt Action than Heresy. My last game of Heresy, we were down at Club, and I was stood next to Sheffy, teamed up. I mean, Toph was teamed up with Flocy, and Sheffy turned round and went, "Oh, this is going badly. Do you want to quit?" And I'm there like, "Are you kidding me? This is my first game with 30k. It's been months, and you want to give up turn 1? What are you even doing?" I was looking at the box thinking, can I just substitute his units and point up, because he doesn't want to be here.
I was going to say, Spurlie, have you noticed the phenomenon that's known as Sheffy time? Have you experienced it yet?
Yeah.
So Sheffy time is you'll start playing a game. Let's say you're playing Old World, you're playing Bolt Action, you're playing 30k. You normally take around 2 hours, 2.5 hours per game. After about an hour and a half, maybe you're into turn 4. Oh, mate, should we just call it there?
Yeah.
He does it every fucking time. Should we just call it there? Let me beat you in a nicely allocated time way.
Isn't ever so slightly ahead at this point.
Tonight is the play. Tonight is
Doesn't
play
matter.
time.
Doesn't matter. I've played games when he's absolutely beating the shit out of me. I'm preparing my counter-attack, and then he's like, "Shall we just call it there, mate? Shall we just call it?"
I didn't know if he was going for a Donald Trump move.
I feel really sorry for his other half.
Yeah, let's not play.
Can you imagine if you're like, if she's just about ready, and then you're like, are we done yet? Shall we go?
Let's pull it off.
Yeah, shall we go? Yeah, shall we go? Yeah.
See you later.
Can you imagine nice dinners at restaurants? You're halfway through a meal. Should we just go?
Just imagine you go to like fucking Gordon Ramsay or like or some shit, and then you sit there and you get just this amazing steak. Done, ready. It's just like, whoa, man. To be fair to him, I did call him out on it, and I was like, "You need to stop doing it." And he was like, "Oh yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry." And he has been better since. But like, don't cock block your friends, man. Yeah, that's everyone across the world.
Or himself.
Yeah, let it happen. Go the whole way through.
Just let it flow.
Yeah,
gotta let it flow. So, even when you're getting your ass kicked, you just gotta be like, "I wonder how further this could go."
But yeah, we've been playing 30k. I've been playing 30k. Pete's been trying to play 30k. I have very mixed feelings about it.
I haven't been able to play 30k down here because I've got to move a lot of stuff, right? So I've had my Bolt Action down here because it's easy to get a game. Been getting games where I can. So it's been fun. But 30k wise, I'm still painting dudes. That reconnaissance squad's almost finished, which would be nice. And then it's mainly tanks.
Mm-hmm.
I do want some dick bikes at some point, because they look awesome.
Dick bikes.
Everybody does.
Yeah, ribbed for her pleasure.
Yeah.
Cool, what's next on the list, Bertie?
Let's go for Old World. Because since we
I painted Old World. It's great.
Since we last did an episode that we're calling an episode, we've had own flanks. You guys,
I did only flanks. I ran it solo.
It was great.
And nobody died.
We regularly played in it, so.
Oh yeah, you all did play
I played it. It was great.
Yeah.
I think for
you're the only one who didn't play in it, Toph.
I know. I was really bored because you was all being really good gamers and playing nicely with each other and not arguing about shit. So I had very little to do.
Yeah.
You were upset that Miguel didn't make it up because you'd have been playing if he did.
Yeah. So check this out, right? Miguel Santos, he ran battling the factory or whatever. We'll get to that later.
Right at the museum.
That's the one. Whatever. I'm fucking. Look, I went. Fuck off. Look, he ran an event, and he was like, "You come to mine, and I come to yours, and we gave each other free tickets." Because then, but then he didn't come to mine because like he was so. Now he promises me that he just forgot to set his alarm. I know Miguel. He's a very young, happy chappy man. I guarantee he was out getting pissed the night before and overslept. I'll let you guys decide which one's which, but I know Miguel. I'm 90% sure he got wankered.
Younger than us in fun.
Exactly, but you know what? But this is what happens when you're young and have fun. You forget to come to tournaments, and what's more important. Anyway, long story is, I got a free ticket to a tournament, and I didn't have to give him one because he didn't turn up to mine. Anyway, how did you guys think the first Juggernaut Old World event? Because obviously you guys went.
I loved it.
I just ran it.
I loved it. I got many games of Old World. It was awesome.
So I've got 5 brilliant opponents and 1 shit TO. It was,
yeah.
No, brilliant. It was really well.
Me and Juggernaut Grimes got to wind each other up one game. Halfway through, we both went, "This isn't worth it."
That is the one bit of TOing I had to do. I had to go over to your table and be like, "Guys, can you calm it the fuck down?" And they're just like, "Oh shit, yeah, probably should, yeah." It's like, you know when you see like a cripple fight between 2 mid-table obscurities, like it doesn't matter, mate. Neither of you fucking winning.
Yeah.
You're both in the middle.
Actually,
we both got half decent results. And we're like, "Oh, we're in with a shot," and then Toph came in and went, "No, you're shit, get a grip."
So I am going to go back and I'm going to stand by my shit TO comment actually.
Okay.
Because I got like badly maffed out of the wooden spoon, and it hurt.
So, to give context, there was a fight at the end between Womble and Spurlie for the wooden spoon, because of course there friggin' was, because they're both shit. That was the most fun I've ever seen, just watching a game, because you guys were absolutely beside yourself shitting each other. Like, then just the stupid shit that would happen. But
Tree Man almost taking out 2 Sentinels in one attack, basically.
It was just one timbering onto the other. It's got like ding ding ding. It's like bowling pins, isn't it? But I may have.
I had one wound left.
When I added the scores on one of the rounds, I may have forgot to like carry a 0 or something. So Spurlie came second to last when actually he should have came last. So like on the day, I gave like Womble the wooden spoon and not Spurlie. But it's okay. Because when I worked it out, I formally apologised to Spurlie and then printed him off his own wooden spoon certificate. So,
yeah,
you know.
And I absolutely loved what Womble did when he found out. Womble got his barbecue out and burned the certificate he got because he went, "I didn't earn this."
And Spurlie, how did you manage to come lower than a man who didn't even bring a single scoring unit in an objective-based tournament? And you still came lower than him?
Oh, yeah.
I can't give
How
away
did
all
you
of
manage
my
that?
I'm going to keep that to myself. Yeah.
Hang on, especially as you were playing the new hotness.
And he took Cafe, which is fucking OP as shit.
Yeah, the new hotness, right? A Cafe player won it, so we had a Cafe sandwich. But the new hotness, and you underperform so much that you come below in Wood Elf Army with no scoring units.
I didn't take any balloons, and it's very clear that is what you need to take.
Oh god, yeah, it is. God, yeah, it is. Yeah.
So I am sticking with that excuse until the day I die.
Dan's balloons should be 0 to 1 per 1,000 points. Change my mind.
Dan did very well till he got buggered by bigger boys.
Yep. I think I won 3 and drew 1 of the first 4 games, and that landed me on table 1 for the final round, where I came up against Liam and his Cathay list, a proper Cathay list with balloons and everything. And to say he fucking destroyed me would be the understatement of a century. He at the end of the game, he was doing things like just giving stuff away. He was like, "I tell you what, it's turn 6 next. What we'll do is your 2 guys here will claim my cannon, and I'll finish off the rest of this unit. And should we just call it then?" I was like, "Yeah, that's fine. I'll just take the points."
Oh shit! He chefed you. He chefed you. We done? And you're like, "Yeah, we're done."
Yeah. He literally did. Well, to be honest, I did have nothing left, and I was glad of the cannon points because he was destroying me. He absolutely killed me.
See what
it was not fun.
Is that like
God,
is that BS cannon that takes the movement away?
yeah.
Well, yeah, he had the cannons, and he had 2 of them. So everything in my army was slow. He had the balloon that could never be locked down, and every time a unit caught it, because it's a character, he would just challenge out the character in my squad or the champion in my squad, lose combat but never take any wounds, fall back 2 inches, and then just obliterate me with shooting again. So it was not a fun experience. But considering that was the first time I'd played Cathay and I had no idea what they properly did, I've learned since then.
Spoiler alert, we benefited from your learning in the future.
Yeah, we did, yeah.
Does the cannon remove take away your movement?
It's -1 to it, isn't it?
The cannon's got a lot of rules, but where the point of impact is, you roll a d6 or 2d6,
It's 2d6.
and everything in that range from that point is -1 movement, which doesn't sound that good, but considering you can...
If you do 2 cannons.
It does stack, so you can overlap it so that you've got infantry that are 2 movement. If you're a dwarf, your movement 1. But not also that. You, on the first turn, if you really, really wanted to, you could shut an entire 6-foot board down because you can make an ogre loader fire the cannon twice. So you can go bang, 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 bang.
So it's like -4 to movement if you stacked it on one target, yeah.
Yeah, and completely shut everything down. And then the balloon
but it says movement value.
Yeah, movement value. So it's -1 to your move value.
So it does fuck all to your fly movement, and you can go and chase him with peg knights all day long.
Potentially, I don't know the proper full word.
But this is the thing.
When you've not got any, because they're shot off the board first.
You won't have any peg knights, because that's the first thing the lantern comes up and goes, here's like 20 or 30 handgun shots into your face.
Yeah.
It's just a thought, mate. It's just a thought. No. Like, just fuck all your fly movements to fly at him like a motherfucker.
Yeah, but then you combine that with the balloon of doom with characters on it that's got far more toughness and wounds than it deserves. Every single rule in the game, apart from no, it's got all of them, and
it really does.
And it's got so many shots, it literally just looks at a unit and you remove it from play. There's nothing you can do. It's that powerful.
I cannot wait for somebody at GW to go, yeah, we finished selling these now, so we're just going to say
it's due.
That has now one of those weapons, and people to go,
we're due an old world FAQ. I can guarantee they'll do something with it. Guarantee.
Yeah. If they FAQ'd it to 1 set of Dragonfire bombs for the crew, and then 1 if it's a character on top of it, absolutely fine. It's worth its points, and it would be fair and balanced. But considering there's like 7 crew, and all 7 of them get them, and then they're quick to fire, they hit on 3s, and then they're D3 +1 hits each. It's like, oh god.
The only things I've seen in amongst the old world community, like tournaments and things that you see online, doing any sort of work against those balloons has been really boring. Toon King's View Shabty lists start with like 9 of them. Because you see that balloon, it's dead. You see that other balloon, it's also dead.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we tried to focus fire them in our event, in our doubles event recently, and it didn't work. So the only way you could do it is if you've got lots of high strength shots or poison bows, or what we ended up doing in our last game is just ignoring it completely and just go, fuck it. It'll kill a unit, but we'll try and kill someone else.
To go back to Only Flank, so the weirdest thing for me is obviously like as the Juggernaut Club, obviously in the bolt action world, we're quite well established. We'll go to an event and most people will have at least heard of us in passing, right? Let alone people we've seen before, met, etc. Whereas in Old World, no, we're complete newbies. So we put out this GT. Hey, look, Only Flanks. We might say, it's hosted by Juggernaut Wargaming. No, there's a fucking clue what Juggernaut Wargaming is. They just want to go to a tournament. But quite a few people who came were like established people from the Old World community, like Liam, who played Dan. He has his own podcast and all that. So and he's a lovely bloke. But it was weird because they all come in and they're all chatting, they're all making up. Oh, you at that GT, that GT, and they're all sitting there talking tactics. And it's like, I don't know any of you guys. This is quite intimidating. Is this what we do to other people? Do you know when we go to bolt action events and everyone's like, they're the bigger boys? Because like Dan got fucked by a bigger boy because they were bigger boys that came to our event.
Well, I was still on table 1 in the last round.
But you got fucked, though, Dan. You got fucked.
Let's not forget, I am a twice national champion previously at Fantasy, so it's not like it's a brand new game.
But it was good to make friends, though.
Hang on.
Never heard of it.
Twice student national champion. Let's get that right.
That's like winning the under 21s at the Euros, isn't it? Nobody cares. Nobody cares what you did when you were a kid, man.
Yeah, that's true.
Also, we must have been doing something right, because I did hear when the comment was made that we were probably the best value event they've been to.
So this is the thing. So we're used to running bolt action events where you get a prize for every single person, and it really depressed me that like we can't get sponsorship for Games Workshop games for obvious reasons. Companies don't want to support Games Workshop, and you know what? High five! I completely understand. They're the big dog. Fuck them. So once we paid off like the venue, shout out Seven City, thank you as always. I chucked all the money into prize support because I don't want to make money off it. We're literally trying to build community here. So I think we had like £300 profit. We chucked it all into prize support. So when we had the end of the day, I went around the store, brought about 10, 12 big boxes and stuff, and basically just raffled them all out to everyone. It's like, regardless of where you come, first, second, third, don't care. I'm just going to pull your name out of the hat and we'll give you a prize. And it was everything from like, we had a couple of just characters, we had a big box of giants, we had a high elf starter battalion, we had some pretty big chunky prizes in there.
I wanted that high elf starter.
I think half of it, everyone wanted that. But this is the thing, the bigger boys were like, there's prizes here? It's like, yeah. It's like, and certificates and everything? Yeah. And this is the thing, you know, if you go to an old world tournament, you're looking at 50, you're looking at 50 or 60 quid for a weekend event, and that's before food and everything. Whereas we're thinking, well, fuck it, bolt action style prize, what would you normally do? Well, 40 quid including food for a weekend. They were just like, this is easily the like best value event in the country. And I'm like, I'm sorry?
Yeah, well, I did read some of the comments. It did come across a bit like, should we not be doing it for £40?
Well, that's the thing. I think if the established rate is like 50 or 60, I think most TOs will just go, well, what's everyone else charging? Let's just charge that.
Yeah.
And obviously, I don't give a shit.
I'm probably without food and definitely without prizes.
Exactly. Whereas I just went, right,
we actually turned around and went...
I was going to say, yeah, well, what's the minimal deliverable products? Like, how many people do we need to like make it profitable? Okay, let's sell tickets at the price that we can cover our bases, and after that I don't give a shit. I'm not here to make money. I can go do overtime at work if I want to make money. Do you know what I mean? That's not what I'm here for. So it was just but one good thing just from like connections stuff, I'm now in like did you know there's a special super secret old world TO Discord for the UK? Yeah.
Oh, what?
Is that where you all go? I'm in there. Is that where you all
sit there and go, how do we ban Cathay balloons without banning?
You know, there is stuff like that. There's like people sharing packs and stuff like that. But there's also, here's one thing. There's like a thread of like players we think we should ban. Like, as in, like, if you have a player who comes to your event who's an absolute twat, you'd put it on that Discord to basically warn the other TOs about him. And I'm like, you know what? That's not a bad shout, because, you know, those idiots they just need to be ostracized, don't they? If someone's going to come and be a twat, no, fuck off, don't want you at my event. So, you know.
I mean, I'm glad that never happens in Bolt Action, because I just get shoved out of everything.
I was going to say, I'd already banned, I would.
I'm assuming Dan's name's in that old world list, you know.
It is now, yeah.
Yeah.
Dan's not any good at old world, he's shit at it, come on.
Wow.
The thing is, I'm not that much of a twat about it.
Wow.
But that's the thing that surprised me the most about that event, is obviously we're known for the Bolt Action events where everyone's lovely, you know, apart from maybe one person every now and again, everyone's nice enough. And for a GW event, bearing in mind we've been to 40k tournaments and Blood Bowl tournaments in the past, and not by and large, but there are a lot of wankers there. But the old world guys
Blood Bowl's boring.
Are brilliant.
Yeah.
Every single one. They're like the Bolt Action community. You know, it's the kind of ones where they want to talk to you, they want to get to know you, they want to know everything about your army, what you've done in the past with your games and stuff. And when you're playing the games, if you get something wrong, rather than just throwing their hands up in the air and calling you a cheat and rah, 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 dummies out the pram kind of thing, it's just, oh, it don't matter, mate. This is the real rule. Let's just carry on with the game, and next time we won't do that mistake. And it's like, oh, brilliant. There you go. Great.
And it's like, Warhammer Fantasy is a gentleman's game. Yeah, it's a gentleman's game.
Yeah, it is, yeah.
Yeah.
So it was really good.
It was like, I went to do something, and the opponent went, oh, you do know if you do that, then I'm going to be able to do this, and then we'll basically be done in 20 minutes. It's like,
yeah.
Oh. I still had no idea how to play Old World in game one.
Yeah, it was like my last game against...
5 points learning how to play Old World.
Yeah, it's like my last game against Liam. I wanted to hate him so much because he was absolutely tabling me, but he was really nice, and he was like, I'm really sorry, this is what it does. I can't, I'm just going to table you now.
There's nothing worse than someone who's really lovely and is really fucking good. And like with a broken list, because you want to hate them, because I'm like, I hate your very fibre, but I can't help but love you, you twat.
yeah. All the way through, he was really nice about it, explaining everything in its minutiae, like trying to make it so I understood what was going on. Because at this point as well, I think the 5th game of Only Flanks was like my 8th game of Old World up until that point, so still relatively new by then. And yeah, he was just so nice about it.
Be modest that you were on top table on your 8th game of Old World.
Again, I've played a lot of fantasy. It's my 8th game of Old World. It's not changed that much since 6th and 7th ed. So, you know,
once you get the idea of it, it's
also
the whole reason that
fundamentals in it. Yeah,
it's the whole reason that I picked it fairly quickly from when we were playing it at club, and people were going, well, this doesn't work anymore, and I'm going, well, the undead thing still seems to work, so this will do. And then I was playing the tournament games, and I was like, I built my list. I spent ages crafting my list for all the missions, built around all the missions, and then I'd make mistakes and go, and I wasn't annoyed at my opponent. I was it was like looking in a mirror going, Kate, you're an idiot. Why have you done that?
I knew that there were square bases before.
Wow.
That's what I knew about the rule.
Wow.
Square bases. Yeah, you rank them, and then you flank them.
And then you wank them.
That was about it, yeah.
Yeah, and if you're playing if you're playing Liam, he's like a doctor. He'll tell you, explain, and now I am going to touch your nerve, and you're like. But as we've alluded to, me and Dan went to a doubles Old World event on Sunday. We took a picture of the Mackey's breakfast, as is tradition. That went on the Facebook page. That was a lot of fun, Dan, wasn't it? We ain't gone to a tournament for fucking ages.
Yeah, it was great. It was really good because we'd been wanting to do a doubles event for a while, me and you, and we never got to do one at Bolt Action. Like me and Pete did one, and I think I did one
that was great.
Else. But yeah, getting to do an Old World one was really good, and it was a super good day. Everyone we played was really nice, including the last game with the old married couple.
So we went up to Sheffield. There's a store there, Patriot Games, shout out, and it's being run by a group called the Wandering Warlocks. See, there's a whole new world of people in the old world. And yeah, it was wicked. Everyone had a northern accent, which was very funny. I won't try and replicate it, but it did make me chuckle. And
did you finally get some Yorkshire tea in your life? That's banging.
So I brought my high elves. I brought 2 dragons in 1250 points.
Boo that man.
Is that the pink dragon and the yellow dragon?
That is the bright dragons, yeah. And then was like, how have you managed to fit 2 dragons? This is like, because they're really shit dragons. But guess what? 2 dragons, which even if they're shit dragons, when no one else has dragons, are good dragons. So yeah. And Dan had his Bretonians, and you know what high elves really, really need? Lots and lots of cheap bodies. And guess what Bretonians can provide? Lots and lots of cheap bodies. It was amazing. So
I had 60 peasants.
Yeah. Like I don't think, Dan, that we quite comprehended what we created until at the end of that day when we was driving back and was like, "That's a fucking good combo, wasn't it?"
It was a good list.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, it was great because we had loads of big blocks of shit that I provided to just walk up to the objectives and then just look like you're going to threaten something. And then we had loads of heavy hitters to just smash it. And they were all super fast as well. Everything on our army that wasn't a block was super quick. Yeah. It was either fly or movement 8 Bretonian swift stride kind of stuff. And everything just got into combat turn 2, and it just rolled one flank and then just pushed across every game.
When we first turned up, we were a bit like hesitant. We didn't quite know what was going to come up against. So, we'll just go and play 3 games. It'll be quite fun. And then we sat there waiting, and I was like, Dan, look. He's like, what? Look at the trophies. They're fucking nice, aren't they? They're quite nice. They're quite nice trophies, aren't they? And suddenly we just both went, right.
Fine, I'll try.
And that's what
I want some lovely games.
Yeah.
To that fucking mind.
And this our first approach was an Empire and Dwarf combo. And so we went, right, stack all the good shit on the right flank. So both dragons and the Pegasus Knights all went on the right flank. First turn, bam! Just absolutely like shock and awe in right hand flank. And they're just like, bless them. Though they couldn't roll dice for shit. I've never passed so many armor saves in my life. I've never seen so many misfires in my life
They were the Spurlie and Kalo of doubles.
Yeah.
But they were the proper Spurlie and Kalo because they actually finished last at the end of the tournament.
They did get the spoon, yeah. Which I'd like to think that we contributed to. Do you know what I mean? Like, we set them on that path to get that spoon, so...
Yeah. Well, bearing in mind it was 2,500, a 2,500 point limit. We beat them 3,700 and something to about 180. It was brutal.
We was punished for our hubris though, because then we had to play the flying list,
Cafe Dwarf list.
So the cafe,
you deserve.
The cafe list had 2 of the horrendous lanterns and a cannon, and the dwarf player had 8 gyrocopters. So
because the dwarf player is just printing gyrocopters, right?
Yeah,
I think they were real ones. I think he paid for, he paid his due. And this is the one where there were 2 of the really nicest glads ever, which makes it really fucking annoying. Like, oh man, I just want to hate you for your list, you bastard. But
were they the ones that you showed that were dressed up as well?
Exactly,
yeah,
they come dressed in their flying outfits. They even said to them that at least, hey, look, they went with the bit. They had commitment to it, so full power to you. I think this was the game where we had to be the beardiest.
Yes.
So, So we had to do some proper shenanigans to get to, because we couldn't fight the lanterns because they're borderline OP. So we just ignored them. And so, bless the dwarf player, we just ganged up on him because they're easier to kill than cafe stuff. So and obviously
these dwarves are well slow.
Well, this is the thing that they sit there, they clatter guns, they fire them flee. Oh, you're going to try and charge me? Boo, 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 and they run away. So it's like, right, let's do this properly. I'll charge him with my dragon. Oh yeah, fire and flee. Boom, boom, boom. So when he fled, and then we'd already down and spied. Well, if he flees, which he did, he's going to bounce through loads of units to the other side of the battlefield, and then get caught by a unit of overrunning Peg Knights and ran down 4 gyrocopters. So he was like, "Oh," and we were like, "Yeah."
As soon as our first turn started, I looked at Toph and I just went, "Toph, mate, let's go big or go home here because I've spotted something."
Yeah.
And he charged his dragon. And I charged a unit of archers, and the 5 archers were like, okay, you're just going to charge into us and do nothing? Great. And then after the flee move, they were all kind of like, oh shit, what have we done? And then we caught them and destroyed them, and
And then 2 turns later, they were doing more shenanigans with the other gyrocopter unit when Dan went, charge with my Grail Knights, and they went, overshoot, and Dan was like, you can't, because I've got the banner of, fuck you, no overshooting or overwatching, and he was like, shit, and then Dan just pushed them off the battlefield.
Oh wow!
just pushed them off. So
wow.
It was only, don't get me wrong, we were still getting absolutely minced by these lanterns, but we managed to draw. So I'll take that.
I think one of my favourite moments of the old world, and I'm sorry, Spurlie, it's watching your Minotaur Lord and unit just flee all the way down the side of a battle line and straight off the board.
Well, that's exactly what these gyros did. Yeah. The gyros went about 40 inches.
Oh no.
Yeah, well, the gyros, when they fled, they went about 35 inches through about 9 different units into one small gap. And it was exactly like that, except they hadn't gone straight off the board. They were caught instead. But yeah, it was good. And they were really nice. More.
Yeah.
The lad who was the dwarf player, did he remind you? Watch Squidmar painting thing on YouTube?
Yes.
Does he remind you of Lucas? Because I thought he looked a lot like Lucas.
Yeah, a little bit.
But yeah, and again, the 2 lads were super nice as well, all the way through. It's and then the third game was these two older northern guys who I can only describe as Morecambe and Wise. You know, that kind of kind of old comedy double act.
They kind of played each other, because we kind of just stood there, and then they'd sit there and get into a proper domestic about who's doing what where. As, you know, and we're just like, okay, you guys. They started off. They started off really nice to each other, and the one on our left, as we were looking at them, was it? Yeah, I can't remember.
He was always saying, "Oh, you know, the dice end up as they are. Do what you want. The dice end up as they are. It's just a dice game. Who cares? You know, it doesn't matter really." But then by the end, it was all like his lord would charge in and miss all of its attacks with its griffin and lose the combat. He goes, "Oh, your fucking lord's missed all its attacks, has he? Of course he has." It was great.
That reminds me of one of my only fights games where it's like, you see this thing that's been working all weekend, yeah? It's just not going to work this game.
Yeah, it was really funny.
And that was one of those games where we'd managed to, like, set up, like, overruns and charges, so in one turn, we managed to basically surround one of the guys, I think it was his Empire army, and basically take out his general, his block of infantry, his two handgunners, his all like a single turn. It was a proper, like...
we had about 8 units in combat all at once. Several of them had overruns into other combats, so that once they've won theirs, they could win the second one as well.
Tactical.
And we killed about 1,000 points worth of his army in one round of combat, and then the rest of his army in the second.
Jesus.
Yeah.
So it was really bad. So we won that one, and overall we won the event.
Yeah.
So
whackers, absolute whackers.
God be in it to win it, Pete. Come join us at some doubles events.
Yeah. It was funny, actually, because at the end of the event, the lad who was giving out the trophies said, "And now our winners, who managed to take out both Cathay players," and everyone in the room was just like, "Oh, how the fuck did you do that?"
And we're just like, just fucking ignore them. Just
play the other guy.
Play the other guy.
How many points was the event? Right, how many points each did you have?
12.50
each.
12.50 each. So basically, you went, well, we could fight 12.50 points of Cathay and 12.50 points of Dwarves, or we could just run through the Dwarves and not die to the Cathay.
Yeah, you've just got to accept that the two Cathay balloons will kill whatever they shoot at. So feed them the blocks of shit infantry and just try and hold them up a little bit, while the rest of your army kills off the other player, because the Cathay infantry and cavalry don't really do a lot. There's nothing in them. They don't hit hard enough. They don't have massive amounts of combat rares or anything like that to break through and get unit after unit. So just focus on the rest of it. And that's what we did. We killed the dwarf player in the second game, and we killed the Empire player in the third game, and that was it. You just ignored the rest.
Having played against the Empire list in a tournament setting now, oh boy, they've got it uphill. They have it uphill everywhere. Like, there's just not enough on those Empire boys to do anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we were discussing on the way back, because obviously after the games, especially the third game when they started turning on each other a little bit, we were talking about, you know, what makes a good doubles team. And
doesn't argue.
Well, the one thing from me was you've got to have trust in each other. You know, if I say I'm going to do this thing, you've just got to say, yeah, I trust you. You're going to do that, whatever. I'll plan around that. And then the one from Toph was, you've got to be willing to sacrifice. If he puts his dragon out there in the middle of the board to get shot by everything, knowing he's probably going to lose it, but it wins you the opportunity to win the game itself, then that sacrifice is 100% worth it. And that's what a lot of players didn't do. All of them were kind of looking after their own skin, and it was, oh, I don't want to do that because I'll lose this, that, and the other, or I don't want to do that because I don't think I'll win it, and someone else questioned it, and like the two lads at the end going, oh, your general's not going to do that, or your squad's not going to be able to win that combat, blah, blah, blah. Whereas me and Toph, like the second game with me and Toph, it's like, Toph, I've spotted something here. Do this charge and I'll sort it for us. And it's like, you get the unit, you get the gyrocopters, and it all works out. And his dragons took a massive beating, but it was there for the greater good because it allowed the rest of the army to get in.
And that was a very much a solid part of the game plan. Every turn, I'd double stack both dragons on one flank and go, right, gung-ho, let's go for it. I'd play far more aggressively than I'd ever play by myself, my high elves. But doing that got the heat off Dan's army to allow him to do all this bollocks Bretonian shit. Because normally Peg Knights get shot to shit, but you ain't shooting them when there's two fucking dragons over there. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. And the Grails benefit from that as well.
It allows the Dan's peasant blocks to actually get into position and be a useful asset, so they just sat there going, hello, we're points.
When you're doing objectives and you're getting 30 points in each player's turn, just from sitting there, those peasants won us the game, because they'll just sit there going, la-di-da-di-da, here's some victory points, and the opponent's ignoring them, because I'm fucking I've got all of this shit on fire over here I need to deal with.
Yeah. Well, we lost this. We would have lost the second game on points had it not been for the objectives, because the peasants racked up like 500 points worth of objectives across the game, which was brilliant. But you've got to have that bullet magnet of the dragons to be able to do that. And that's the good thing about the peasant block and the way we structured our list, because we talked about it before the event. We said, right, we need this, we need this, we need this, we need something to hold, we need something to be a bullet magnet, we need overwhelming speed on one side, stuff like that. And we built our list to have the peasants in to just sit there as a roadblock whilst everything flanks, because if you're playing an objective game, subconsciously people are going to be right, I need to go towards the objectives and kill those peasants. And you go, well, okay, well, here's Peg Knights, Grail Knights, and 2 dragons now just rolling up every single unit in the flank. And it worked really well. I was really happy with how the event went in the end.
So there's another doubles in Imps in February. So I think we have to do it again, Dan.
Yeah, we've already spied that one. Like literally, Toph saw it and shared it into the Jugger chat, and I saw it at the same time and tagged him on the Discord. And it was like, oh, doubles event.
We have to think: is like, do we?
That one's 1300.
Do we? It's 1300. Yeah. So we've already had that.
50 points of magic items.
Yeah. What do you do with 50 points? That's the thing. I think those lists could be well tuned.
One of your dragons.
No, because like I took like 32 high elf archers, and they were a bit shit actually. You could replace them with silver helms for a start. Like there's stuff we can do. We'll watch this space. Old World's great.
Yeah, just run Renegade Pack, people. I want to use my demons.
I want to use my demons, but I've got to get out.
And don't worry, I have a soundboard sound for the peasants.
Oh, my spleen!
That's felt very suitable because they just died.
Hey, they won combat when it was like 1 Empire engineer against 30 peasants.
They did far more than my Swordmasters would. We won't talk about that.
Oh,
yeah, that last game, the Swordmasters did not have a very good
talk
time.
about fucking bullet magnets. Swordmasters don't like getting shot. Do not like
especially
it.
by an entire army.
Oh, no. Nope.
I think one of my only flanks, one of my opponents had some Empire screening unit, and I was there I can see what it's there for. It's for screening, but if you're trying to screen me, a Tomb King army, that's just going to go, couldn't give a shit that you're skirmishing, they're dead. They were dead within the first turn because I went, well, I don't have to move far. I will just take them. They look like a brilliant piece of kill to me. And then realised that he hadn't taken the plate mail armor on his demigriffs, and that was it. It was, right, okay, it's hunting season, time to die. Really quite enjoying Old World when I get to play it. So
you just need to bully him down south to play it. Richard's got an Old World army, just kick him in the shins.
Yeah, but I've also got to make sure that they're not practicing for bolt action events they want to get to.
They don't need practice. Rich just drinks the night before and he wins. He's fine.
But I've been very useful practice because I play completely differently to quite a lot of people, and having the Japanese down here means that they're not having to, they can probably run through normal armies, but I'm presenting to them the tar pits, and go on, deal with that. And they're finding ways to deal with it, but also, when we move on to the Fight the Museum piece, I can go over how which has changed in playing me. So, yeah.
That sounds like a good segue. Shall we do Battle at the Factory? Battle at the Factory? If I keep saying it, it'll stick. Right.
We need to get a factory so we can do that. Right?
Before we even go on, Spurlie.
Conflict 47 event name. Conflict 47 event name. Battle in the Factory.
Battle in the Factory. Conflict 47.
Right.
Yeah.
Before we talk about Fight at the Museum, I would like to start with a little story about a little man called Spurlie. Because a little man called Spurlie was like, let's all go and have a fight and have a big battle. We'll go to a tournament down south. Yeah. And everyone's like, yeah, that sounds wicked. Let's all go. Yeah. And that was like, what, a year ago at least?
Yeah, when it was announced.
And at that point, everyone's like, yeah, we'll go. And then we're looking for accommodation. And then actually, it's down south. It's in Dorset in October. Where's the cheapest place you're going to find, place to stay at night? Well, off-season holiday homes, because obviously it's down near Weymouth. So it was like, we'll go glamping, why not? Because we can manage to get a tent each for 30, 40 quid or something. Absolutely amazing. And there's going to be loads of us going, so we'd all pile down there, we'd have a great time, it would be amazing. Then...
It was a great time, I stayed
let me finish my story, because one by one, everyone fucking flaked, a lot of you. You're all shit. And I don't just mean you guys, I mean everyone at home as well, because there was going to be fucking loads of us. No, Spurlie, stop interrupting my story. You've already fucking ruined the weekend once you let me finish. So anyway, at that point, Spurlie's like, well, I'm going to bring the family. I'm like, that's fine. Well, you bring the family, that's fine, because then obviously Gemma and Winnie can go off and do their own thing, that's fine. And then, cut to the future, which is now the past, but at that point it was the future. And then it's literally just me, Spurlie, and the Spurlies going, because everyone else has fucked off. That's fine, okay.
Hey.
Sorry, Pete, but you had fucked off at this point. So we're going.
I had fucked off, yes, but I was still there.
Well, okay then. So we might as well drive down together, because then there's otherwise we're wasting fuel. So it's literally me being a fucking spare wheel on the Spurling summer family holiday. Fucking weird. Also, because
welcome to my life.
Because they've never heard of the word sickie. We had to go after school, which meant we didn't leave until 4:00 on a Friday. Leicester to Weymouth on a Friday evening. So we didn't get there till, 9:30, and it was pitch fucking black. Also that night, there was this little thing called Storm Anna, was it? Was it Storm Anna? That was absolutely deciding to disintegrate the entire south of the UK. So not only was it driving in pitch black, everyone was driving like twats because it's raining. The wind's like that, the wipers are like, they can't see shit, the lights are in your eyes and you're dying. But it's fine. Yeah. We get there.
Toast did a great job.
Thank you. I did do a good job. Anyway, we got there. Oh, that's fucking nice. The security guy at the park, he worked out that the name Buckle is apparently quite common down there, and decided that I was related to his old school teacher, and decided to have it out with me there and then. That's great, whatever.
Yeah, he was not happy.
He was like, I had a Mrs. Buckle, and she was vile. I'm like, okay, what do you want me to fucking do about it?
You're there like, I come here on holiday, what the fuck are you doing?
Drive around, dump the Spurs off at their tent, and then I go to my tent, traipse through the mud, because remember that it's absolutely fucking pouring it down. Walk into my glamping tent, it's tent is the right word, it is a tent, not my vibe.
Tent.
Well, when I walked in, it had fucking flooded, the water was just fucking everywhere, couldn't find a light switch. It was awful.
That took a while.
Traipsed back to their tent for just semblance of socials. Owen's there because he's turned up to hang out with us. He'd been waiting for us there for about 4 fucking hours. He's got his giant anorak on, surfing thing, makes him look like a fucking paedophile. And then he's like, hi, little can. Fucking, so that's weird. Whatever. We went into the bar at the centre. That's the most dreariest flat roof pub you've ever been in your life. Fuck me, I'm glad I didn't get stabbed.
Well, because everybody was in the Halloween party other than us.
Yeah, so
we were at the bar.
Ain't no one got time for that. So anyway, trace back to the tent. I go to bed, and I go across my flooded floor again because of course it's still flooded. And I'm lying in bed, and the wind's going. And everything's shaking, everyone's grinning, and I'm lying there, I just think, the fuck did I do with my life to get to this point? And then I think, I'm like, fuck, I need a piss. I ain't getting it, because obviously it's camping. There's no toilet. No, the toilet's a good 20-30 metre walk. I'm not going out there and freaking storm Anna or whatever the name is. So I'm just sitting there and just piss myself, basically. So fucking lying there, all lonely, hating life. I woke up in the morning. I went into Spurlie's, went to knock on Spurlie's tent. Think, what the fuck am I doing with Spurlie to deserve this? Do you know what I mean? Like, you know I don't sleep well away from home, and you thought this was a good idea. This is on par. This was on par with our trip to Scotland. Do you know what I mean? And that was pretty fucking dire.
I'm not even going to mention that I was in a quite a nice hotel in Bournemouth, and it was very warm.
Because Pete decided to not be part of the plan. Pete's like, no, I'm going to go to Bournemouth with my good lady, and we're going to have a romantic weekend away. And I'm like, fucking Toddsville.
No. My good pregnant lady wanted a weekend at the beach, so I gave her a weekend at the beach. The caveat was, I wasn't going to be there for most of the day, Saturday and Sunday, so deal with it. And she did, and she was brilliant. And I got a lovely warm bed in a hotel in Bournemouth, and some really shit singing for the first night. But I didn't have to sit in the rain, which was lovely. To be fair, if you guys had wanted to stay in Bournemouth, I'd have been like, come stay at the same hotel. Yeah. It'll be cool.
Well, the second night was a lot better.
You were a lot drunker.
I was also a lot drunker. I had Rich with me the second night, and he's a wonderful spooner. And Owen fed us all barbecue food, so it was a good time. Though on the Sunday morning, when I got up, went to go and have a piss, and then I went over to the Spurlie's tent, and it's like locked. But I've already seen Spurlie go for a piss and come back, so why you lock it? So I'm banging on the door, and I'm like, why are you locking me out? Why let me in? And then I turn around, and there's Spurlie's dad's there, and he's looking at me weird. I'm like, why's your dad locking me out? And he just points like that. And I look over there, and there's Spurlie stood outside his tent, just going, hiya!
It's a random
tent. I watched Toph walk across from his tent over towards Owen's tent to see if Owen was up. See Owen wasn't up, and then walk up to the tent that was between my tent and Owen's tent. And Richard was just hanging back. Richard could see what was going to happen, and he was letting it happen. And so was I. I could see, and he went up to it. I thought he knew that he was going into the wrong tent, but I also thought that tent was empty. It wasn't until not that long afterwards.
No, it wasn't empty. It wasn't, and I knew someone was in there because I'd seen them in the night before. So all I could do, I did the most British thing you could possibly do, just go, sorry,
and ran away.
And then we unpacked, because we wasn't going to go, but we packed back into the car because we were going to go to the Tank Museum and then was going to go home straight from there. As we're driving out the car, there's this very disgruntled lady in a dressing gown on the porch of her tent having a cigarette because I believe she was woken up a little bit too early by a big man who banged on her door. Door's a strong word. Opening. Banged on her opening. That's not right. You know what I mean?
If you say banged on the flat, it's a bit weird.
And then the debate happened, which is the most brilliant debate in the world, is would she have thrown me out?
Probably not.
To be fair, Rich and Spurlie were quite complimentary, and they were like, Toph, she would not have thrown you out. And I was like, I kind of hope that she would.
Yeah.
So
you'd have thrown yourself out.
I'd have shaken her hands and said good day.
You walked in and be like, right, I am still okay. Shook her hand and then left.
Oh god. So anyway, that's what happened outside of the tournament. Spurlie, how was the actual tournament?
It was alright, it was good fun.
Hang on. So I got there early, right? I got there early enough to help Miguel with some setup. Awesome. That's your
own fault.
Yeah, no, that's fine. That's absolutely fine. Got there early enough to help the setup, and then all of a sudden, as people are arriving, because Toph and Spurlie haven't arrived yet, they're all going, "Where's the other team? Where's it?" Looking around me, and I'm there like, "Oh, they didn't travel with me." Getting proper Billy No Mates over here.
Serves you right, Pete. Serves you right.
Wow.
Yeah. But I took my tigers. I took 3 tigers. it was good time. I did debate on being a tryhard, and I even put a poll up on Discord, should I be a tryhard? And I had a test game with Spurlie where I tried to be like a semi-tryhard. I know what, I just don't like V3 being mega tryhard. It's just not that sort of addition to me. It's just a bit too flimsy and but I'll tell you what is fun, running around with three tigers blowing shit up, which was really hilarious when I played Mark Gray in the first round, who was very grumpy that he had to play 3 tigers because he was like, what? How do I deal with this? How do I deal with this? Just ignore them. Just kill everything else, man. It's fine. And he did ignore them. We ignored each other and we just drew because no one actually, it was kill points and never came out of hiding. So that was a fun game.
Yeah.
Welcome to Bolt Action, I guess.
Worth the 5-hour drive, rain, pissing in bottles, shagging old ladies.
I will tell you what, Dan, I wasn't in the best of moods after first round on Saturday.
Yeah, see, first round, I had a lovely game against Jack Smith. What a lovely guy. We had a lovely bit of back and forth, lovely game in my US. But after that, second game, I got to play Rich, and that was just a repeat of, we've done this exercise before. I'll try something new and different, and it doesn't work. So yeah, that was day one at least. And Rich's way of playing me has changed immensely. He always thinks I have this plan, and I'm sometimes stood there like, I ain't got no plan, mate. Like, see my units.
You put on a good show, like, Pete.
But you've got a smart plan. You've got smart plans. I'm like, there's nothing. There's literally nothing. If you ran at me now, I'm dying.
And then you played some absolute tosspot
like
on.
The difference.
Sorry, Pete, go on.
Oh, day 3 was great. So I got in there day 3. About 10 minutes early from start, from everybody else. Got in there, was like, right, okay, I'll have a look at the matchup. And I spotted the matchup. Like, I'm going to tell nobody because this will be really fun. So I went and got by my table and was like, do you have to do? Thank you very much. I'll wait here. And then I'm watching time. He's in the queue to go and see his matchup because he's got a tiny little screen. And he goes up there, sees the matchup, and his shoulders go, just does the Toph thing. We've all seen it. And his shoulders go, who have I got? And then suddenly he goes, and then turns around. He's looking for me, and I go, hello!
I love playing Pete at an event. It's a good time when you get to play Pete at an event. And Dan wasn't there, so who else was I going to play? Do you know, he's normally one of the two.
Got to do one of us, haven't you?
It was a good game,
Dan
Pete.
was there. I guarantee I'd have got Dan for a game as well.
Oh,
so
absolutely, yeah. It was good. It was good times.
Yeah.
The thing I liked about Pete is he actually
I proceeded to try and kill 3 tigers and killed none.
You were one of the few people who actually, like, and this sounds really weird, but I'm going to double down it, played with me, because most people see 3 tigers, they just hide. And it makes a really boring game, because you go, yeah, I've got my 3 tigers, and I'm just going to go, down.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And they just don't
Well, you see,
engage.
I'd heard you bragging the back end of the day before about, I've lost no tigers. I'm like, I'm fucking changing that. Apparently not, though.
Pete, I didn't lose a single tiger the entire weekend.
I know. I tried so hard. I had to see
because people went to it.
I had a plane hit it. For God's sake. You know what the plane rolled? +2. I just looked at the Toph and went, just put it on.
People went to a tank-themed tournament at the Tank Museum and didn't bring enough anti-tank to deal with tigers.
There was a couple lists with enough anti-tank, but I've beaten one round one.
Mm-hmm.
The round one tiger absolutely scared the shit out of me because it was a veteran. So it was like, I can't even pin that unless something's going to be trying to kill it.
Yeah, I did lose certainly more than one FT17 over the weekend.
I don't.
There was one point I came over to your table, Spurlie, having finished early with Toph, where I was there like, that's not a game. That's not tanks.
I've not seen Spurlie bottle it more times at that event. Because, like, I had tigers. Like, I finished my games really fucking early because it doesn't take long to run 3 tanks around the table and go down and everything else. So I'd go around and Spurlie would be in such, like, a commanding position. Like, it's when he was playing Carrick and he's like, you're all over him! And he's shitting himself. I'm like, fucking Spurlie, you go for it. I'd come back 10 minutes later. Nah, mate, fucking lost. They've just been tabled out of nowhere. It's like, how the fuck does that happen?
Yeah. It was no line of sight blocking terrain, and me not being able to roll a cover save.
Spurlie, inside you is the soul of a great warrior. But man, he's suffocated by a load of shit. You need to let him out.
Sometimes
I tell you who I am.
stood there at the fast going, please let me fight, please.
I know.
I am Mushu, aren't I? You know, I should be able to do great things, but I'm actually the weedy dragon rather than the big one that you want.
Talk about shit though. May I slag off V3 just for a second? I know we've tired and trusted fame, blah blah blah. I'm not going to
we go.
But there's one. Round 4 was the stupidest game that I've ever played in my life. So
is it the same as a V2 and V1 stupid games?
This wouldn't. No, it wouldn't. I'd have won in V2. No? So we were playing Breakout, double envelopment to like norm is, and the guy I played, the strongest anti-tank weapon he had was a +2, or +4.
No.
Doesn't matter. Yeah. He couldn't deal with my Tigers. He was up completely and utterly outclassed. Yeah. He didn't have bringing any anti-tank. So it was just running past each other. And he'd already decided, look, I'm not even going to try and fight you. I'm just going to run off the table. And it's like, fair enough. That's what I'll do too. He had 17 dice. I had 10 dice. Whatever. I put my Tigers on the middle of the battlefield and then just started firing. Bam, 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 bam. Knocked out 7 units. I was killing shit left, right and centre. Transports, veteran squads, tanks, left, right and centre. Bam, 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 bam. The other 10 he managed to get off because there's just only so many like units you can actually like. There's only so many, only so much time you've got to do stuff, which is fair enough. And then I proceeded to get every single one of my models off the board. So he got 10 units off. I got 10 units off. It's a draw because you don't get points for killing shit anymore. I didn't lose a single fucking model that game.
But you've never had points for killing stuff on that. It's only the Jugger missions that had that.
No, you did. You got a point for every unit off, and 3 point for every kill and 3 for every off. I think. Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, they switched it around to a point for everything in the deployment zone and 3 for every unit off. Also, if the TO's not noticed it or said anything about it, you can infiltrate that mission. And then just
we did. We did. Yeah, and this is what really pisses me off. He forgot to put his infiltrators down. And then I was like, yeah. And then he went to pull his dice out and he's like, oh shit, I could have done that, couldn't I? And I was like, let's just say you already have. Do you know what I mean? Put the dice over there. Yeah. Just say you already have, because that would have been the obvious thing to do. I don't want to punish you because of like a simple mistake like that. And guess what? Should have fucking punished him because I would have won the fucking game.
Should have just...
Yeah. That's me, my own hubris at being like a nice person came back to bite me then. So,
game 4, I had all
we need the old coach, man.
No. Game 4, I had all of my anti-tank. Just decide, no, not this game. Not this game at all. So you know, as you can come on the side with your meet engagement thing, he pulled his tank up and I went, right, I'll get the little bastard. Yeah, in we go. No, miss. All right, well, HMG is 222 inside. Yeah, get close enough. Nothing. Okay, we'll do it again. Nothing. Okay. First shot he made at any one of my vehicles, both my tanks, bang, through, dead. What? It was just one of those. Brilliant fun though. But
so I think we all got mid-table obscurity, didn't we? I got like I was on 2 draws, 2 wins, and I came like 7th or something like that.
I think me and Spurlie got the same record.
I was 1 win, 3 losses.
Yeah, me and Spurlie the same record. I think the only difference was I had more secondaries.
I tell you what, though, I had fun in that. I enjoyed like catching up with everyone, and I had fun like rolling my around with my 3 tigers because that's fun. But I have much more fun with bolt action these days fucking about than I do taking it mega seriously. I know, Spurlie, you put when you announced that we were streaming that like someone was asking, oh, how do you do well with US? And the answer's the same as it is with every single list. You just spam like tanks and autocannons and veteran infantry. There you go.
The US are in this weird spot, and I'm finding the same thing with the US. You legitimately just have to build an anti German armoured list because it will work against everything.
Don't you just take that?
The US have this weird problem where their fire manoeuvre looks great until you realise that you really couldn't give a shit about rifle shots, and actually that's completely pointless. And the gyro stabilizer looks great until you do the math and realise that it actually doesn't fucking matter for the extra 10 points you're paying on a veteran for everybody else. So, what's that leave you with? 2 shots with the air observer, which is great. until somebody takes some bloody anti-air and it's game over. You then just sat there with, I don't have national rules. Awesome.
I was gonna say you just take the autocannon HMG half track everyone takes.
Yeah.
You just bring that like 8 times. That's all you need to do.
Well, I think I have kind of worked it out, but it's really boring. And it's still Daka Stewarts. It's still Daka Stewarts and flamethrowers, and that's how you do it.
But either way, competitive bottle actions just. I'm going to go to more double. I'm going to go to more old world events with Dan. That's my opinion on third edition bottle action. It's fine, but I've got other things to do.
It's a weird phrase, but there's an early war event I'm going to at Factorum, where they've limited you 1931 to 1941. So guess what? No Panzerfausts, none of your mid to late war stuff, so excellent. And you're limited to having 3 7-up tanks / armoured cars in your armour platoon, or 2 8+s, or 1 9+. And having thrown up some lists, I'm there like, well, you go after the 7+, obviously, and it's just, you suddenly look at it and go, there's not enough there. And it is, from what I'm looking at, encouraging a few different builds. That said, found out a fight at the museum. Guess what? Neverworthers, still fucking useless. I fought 2 of them first game. I stepped within the 36-inch minimum range and then ignored them.
Yeah.
So
you're never shooting.
Are we going back next year? Is the ultimate question.
I am. Yeah. Tank Museum. Yeah.
Okay. Spurlie.
Tank Museum. Pence.
Oh, we're doing it. Oh, we're doing it. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. See if there's a double old world at the same time. see if there's an old world event down there, and then you can do the tent hang out with your mates thing, and then just do an old world event.
Yeah.
What I'm hearing, Spurlie, is they want to do an old world event one weekend, stay the entire week as a family holiday, and then do the fight at the museum the next weekend.
Or we could just do what Owen does and just turn up without actually playing and just look at tanks and get drunk and have a barbecue in the evening.
Just have a holiday.
That's an option.
Just have a holiday.
Just have a holiday bob.
Owen was having the time of his life.
Yeah, he was loving it. Right, that's enough ball action. What's next on the list, Spurlie?
Shall we go to Conflict 47?
Yeah.
Oh, please do.
That's quite interesting. So I've played 1 game, and I've read the book about twice, and I've argued on the internet about the rules about 15 times. Woo!
That's how you war game, by the way. You don't play the game and just argue.
That's exactly it.
Yeah. I have questions, but I need you to convince Dan, and I'll be right back.
Okay. I don't know. Dan's makes his own decision sort of man. Like I don't know what you're vibing with these days.
Do you know what? Nothing about Conflict 47 really speaks to me enough, because my preference is old school fantasy settings, you know, wizards, bows and arrows, swords, all that kinds of stuff. And the laser super mech walker, you know, kind of thing doesn't really sit right with me.
Yeah.
And Dan, I'm talking to you.
Yeah. Even when it was like choosing between old fantasy and 40k, fantasy was always the better game for me, but I would play 40k because it's what everyone at the club played.
Yeah.
But yeah, Conflict 46, it just doesn't sit well with me.
For me, it kind of hits that weird wall, as in like Command and Conqueror or like Killzone or Castle Wolfenstein, like that kind of like weird Hammer horror kind of stuff, which is what I'm kind of into. So yeah, and the rules are kind of interesting in a way that V3 bot action. Don't get me wrong, it's like based on V3 bot action almost entirely, in that like it's still cover saves and malarkey like that, but it's different in just enough ways that keeps it interesting. So, what do you know about it? Have you done any reading at all with it, Dan? At all?
I've done. I know that it's loosely based on V3.
Yeah.
And I know that instead of just the generic everyone's got riflemen, and everyone's got the same sort of tanks. There's walkers and werewolves and zombies and super warriors and
so
massive.
So the biggest change is that there's actually 2 sets of dice there's 4 sets of dice actually in the dice bag. Obviously you've got the order dice, your set and your opponent's set. You've also got what's called rift dice, which is your set and your opponent's set. And rift dice are basically like an additional resource that power up all your super duper units. So you might have like your big walk with your anti-tank gun, and then if you have like a rift dice next to it, which makes it active or surging, the gun gets better, if that makes sense. And then for a lot of them, you can then choose to like basically burn that dice to have a super mega duper duper ability or shot. So like Spurlie's got the jump infantry, where it's basically like, woohoo, I'm a veteran guy with a Tommy gun. If I have my rift dice gets me, they can fly because they've got jetpacks. And if I decide to burn that dice, they can then do a jump, shoot, jump kind of thing. So actually, there's a bit of resource management in there as well. It actually makes it far more interesting in 30k because there's far more to think about. And it actually adds go on.
Are they like the rift dice? Are they played a bit like 40k stratagems?
No.
Almost.
No. I've never played a game with anything like them, to be honest.
Your unit has a rift ability, and it's almost at any time you can just if you've got a rift dice, an active one, then you can activate your ability.
I tell you what, it is more like. Do you remember War Machine with your focus points?
Yeah,
it's more like that. Where every turn you've got a set amount of focus points, or you've got a set rift dice, and a set amount of resource that you can go, right, I've got this thing. Where do I need to apply this boost now? I'm going to put it on that, and then that's going to go and do the thing. I say that it's nothing like focus dice at all, but that's the closest equivalent I can think about in terms of how it works. Yeah. But so for instance, like one thing that I've got is I have the Wotan tank, so big, super heavy walker thing with a giant railgun on it, and it's just basically. So normally it's just a super heavy AT gun, fine. If it has a rift dice against it, it can basically fire through one unit, go straight through and hit the unit behind it as well, because it's like so good. And if you supercharge that, it basically becomes like this strength 8, 9, 10 monstrosity that's just going to go maximum damage and just kind of frame its way through 2 King Tigers at once. But in doing so, you burn your dice, you put your pins on yourself. It's not a one size hits all kind of thing. You could put yourself in a shit position doing that, but oh my lord, isn't it fun? But also, oh my lord, isn't it fucking imbalanced as shit? I've never known a game that's so easy to break in my life. Like, the starter box is possibly the most imbalanced starter box of any starter box of any game ever. Would you agree, Spurlie? As someone who keeps losing with said starter box?
Yeah. I'd say I've basically got it. So basically, it's Toph's unkillable Germans against my basically shirtless Americans, and the only way I can kill Toph stuff is by rolling sixes.
Sixes followed by sixes in combat as well, isn't it? Well,
sixes followed by sixes, followed by sixes, and then Toph rolls ones on his cover save.
So the basic trooper, this is the style trooper, this is the guy that comes in like the plastic kit, which is the new German super hotness, basically Space Marines, but not. They're 7+ infantry, so they're immune to small arms.
Oh, great.
So, like, if you're sitting there with your rifleman going pew 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 pew, and they're just like, well, you can't hurt me, so no pins. I'm just gonna walk over here and then beat the ever-loving snot out of you. And if you think bolt actions die, well, the saving grace is, in close combat, you can wound them on a 6 followed by a 6, like 7s. Woo, exciting. But of course, if you get your 3 guys and they charge in with their tough fighter and they beat the shit out of you, and then you go, well, here's all my attacks. Oh, I killed no one. Oh, well, you lose them, don't you? Off you go.
Yeah.
Done.
Whereas I get...
Yeah.
And that's the starter options.
Yeah.
I've got these guys in their jump packs. And that's all right, very manoeuvrable. Advance of 12, run of 18. And then they've got Thompson SMG things. So 2 shots at 1 pen or 1 shot at 2 pen. If you go for the 2 shots at 1 pen, it's assault. otherwise it's not. But by the time you've got over the board, and some of them have been mowed down, you can't get enough shots through to actually kill anything.
And
these are just a normal 5+ veteran, whereas Toast is 7.
And that's just that's just the starter box, right? We're not even gotten to talking about freaking zombies and like Shrek Wolfen and like bears.
Yeah.
Oh mate,
which
I'm
have all.
I'm so in.
Yeah, we're just saying how stupidly like imbalanced it is, and also
It's supposed to be. It's a dumb game for fun.
Yeah, but like you do want it to be like a semi-equal game.
Yeah,
imbalance is fine, but you do want it to not be ridiculous.
Yeah, me and Toph both like spent out on half a box each, you could say, because we bought the box together. Toph had the Germans, I've had the Americans. When it's basically impossible for me to beat him, I'll play 2 or 3 games, say. If I was new to it, I'd play 2 or 3 games, I'd get trounced every time, and then it'd be like, well, I'll find something else to play.
But do you have the option to buy infantry like that, where it's not killable with small arms?
The US don't. Other armies do. US doesn't.
Okay.
So it sucks to be that.
Hang on, is this the battle frame stuff?
So Japan's fine. They've got 7+ infantry.
Yeah,
They're fine.
Fixed up veterans with the battle frame.
The best I've got is 6+
Yeah.
heavy armor infantry.
Yeah.
So
is that?
But then, and there's no way to get like pen on your or extra strength on your gun so that you can hurt 7+ infantry.
You can, but you need to get quite close, and you need to pay for it.
Yeah, you have to get close.
Yeah.
Or you just be Japan. I can get rifle armed dudes where all the rifles are +110.
Yeah, and you'll need it. You'll need it.
And they've all got crushed. You can essentially go. Why? I'm the tower of this game. All of my guns can hurt you.
Yeah.
There's a lot more rift dice available, I think, for the others as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also, even within the units, the balance is ridiculous in that if you compare like a walker to a normal tank, walkers are better in every single way. Every single positive. They don't have a single negative rule. Like they're faster on roads, they're faster just walking normally, they can charge stuff while just advancing. If you advance over them, they can cause hits with their legs and their arms and keep shooting. If you charge them, they get to hit back, and if you didn't kill them in a single round, they will win that combat. And they tend to be cheaper than their equivalent tank varieties as well. So why would you ever bring a tank? Ever. Now, don't worry, I know it's a game of stompy robots, so it kind of makes sense. You want to take the stompy robots. But Warlord do also sell. They're a bit lying because they kind of say, "Oh, you can use your bolt action army and just add 1 or 2 units." It's you could, but that's a very quick way to have your ass handed to you.
Unless you're playing nothing but objective games. No.
Yeah.
Well, it sounds like that's what the Americans are. It sounds like the Americans are a bolt action army with a walker robot, and that's it. And they're not very good.
I think I've got enough of those jump troops, Spurlie.
Sorry, say that again, Pete.
The jump troops. The men with the little backpacks. They're the US, aren't they?
Yeah.
Can't you drop in on people and be like, surprise, fucker?
Yeah, I can do that, and then the second turn they'll get minced.
Yeah, but can you not get an anti-tank weapon that can drop in behind a tank and go, surprise, motherfucker, and then be like, well, I'm dead, but so are you.
So I can do that with some of the walkers. The best walker weapon would be for that. Just have a look what we've got on the jump walkers. So, can you fly? No, you can't fly. Well, they're amphibious, though. Not that anybody ever cares. So
you see that piece of terrain? Not a lot of places have.
While Spurs were looking, another thing that there is they have a little upgrade you can give officers called Guts. And Guts, you can use a point, and it's basically equivalent to your command point from 40k. But one thing you can do with it is you can use it to activate a unit a second time in a turn. There's no limit to how many times a unit, or a third time, or a fourth time, or a fifth time. There's no limits to how many times a unit could get reactivated with Guts. So, like, you could have a truck, put 5 Schreckwolfen in it, run the truck 2 foot forward, let someone, like, either kill the truck and then you get out and go down, and then, hey, look, you get the dice back out, put it back on the Schreckwolfen, then go and charge something, and then go and charge something, and then go and charge something, and then go and charge something. Like, it needs an FAQ. There we go. It needs an FAQ. Because there's just some things which are a bit abusable.
Are you saying the Americans are broken because they've got guts everywhere, and technically their go would never end?
They would be if, like, they had any units to abuse with it, which they don't really. I think if the Germans had, like, those Paragon boys, it'd be way worse. But anyway, me and Spurlie are going to a Conflict 47 tournament in December at Warlord HQ. Yeah, we decided that was a good idea to sign up for. So we'll report back.
I'm looking at the Japanese army list with, oh man, I wish I could afford that, and oh mate, those look fun, because you can see them on the web store a lot, right? Their new box for the Japan starter has some new style battle frame and assault frame stuff in it that looks fucking cool. And then you look at the old style and go, no wonder nobody was buying this. Good lord.
Have you seen Sucker Punch, Pete?
Yeah.
Because that's basically where those units are straight out of Sucker Punch, aren't they?
But those assault frames look like little samurai things.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at it going, oh, we'll have one of those. The Ghost Squad looks really cool. We'll have a bit of that. The Shibito, the zombies the Japanese use. I'm there going, well, that's just a bunch of spare bolt action parts. Come on now, paint them as zombies. Life is done.
Once again, we're kind of Dan's going to laugh here. We're kind of relying on Warlord a bit because as with most things, it's got a real good, like, solid core foundation. Whereas actually, this is quite interesting. I like the Rift Dice mechanic. There's a lot going on. I like the theme. That's all good, but it has got, from my understanding so far, it has got the usual bit of jank. There's not very well balanced. Some of the rules aren't written as well as they should be. There's a bit of imbalance. Stuff that they can fix through FAQs and stuff. And another thing they're doing is, like, all the army books are all available for free for digital. You don't have to buy an army book. There's just a digital army list. And the understanding is they're going to keep updating it. Now, if they do apply patch balances, they do FAQs, and they do update things, then I can see this can be real. I can see it has legs. So whether they do that or not, I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to say it because I don't want to be negative. This is Newtoph. Newtoph is all happy and positive. But I'd say, look at the past and you tell me how well they've done it, that sort of thing in the past.
So the Rift Dice, right, when you use it, how do you get it back?
Goes in the bag.
So,
it becomes exhausted. Yeah.
It becomes exhausted, then at the end of the turn, or like the between turn stage, almost, maybe, all of your exhausted Rift Dice, you pick up and you roll them.
Oh.
And then anything that is active or surging, you can then give to a unit that can take Rift Dice, and then anything that's rolled as exhausted goes into the dice bag.
Okay.
And then in the next turn, you're drawing out dice. If you draw a normal dice out and you give that to a unit that has a Rift Dice, or should have a Rift Dice, you then take its Rift Dice out of the bag and roll it. Or you can draw the Rift Dice out of the bag, at which point you roll it and then assign it to a unit.
So I'm looking at this from like to use a crush thing on for example, I've got to have a Rift Dice, right? And I've got to put it there or use it or what?
So the dice stays by the unit. The moment you use it, you flip it from either surging or active to exhausted.
Right.
Then the exhausted Rift Dice stays by that unit until the end of the turn, and then you go with what Spurlie says. You then re-roll it either side. So the best way to do it is you have loads of units that have Rift Dice, just keep burning them, and then you have one like mega unit that has a stupidly good like ability, and when you do that roll, you just give all the good dice to the mega unit. If you feed it.
If you want to see that in action, watch Dave and Toph at the Conflict 47 tournament, because that's what they're both doing.
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know, but that's really mean that you just give my game plan away like that. That's really horrible. But yeah, watch this.
That makes a lot of sense. And it means that I'm looking at like the Shiboru rifle squad that the Japanese get. It's just basically rifles with +1 pen, and they also get crush. And I'm like, That's quite nice.
Also,
do I actually need to take any tanks? I could just take nothing
well,
but these dudes.
Just going back on to the whole jump thing, what Pete was on about earlier, the best thing I can do is put twin super bazookas on a linebacker. Because they're 6'10".
Sorry, say that again. That sounds awesome.
Yeah, twin super bazookas on the linebacker. But that thing will cost me 408 points regular.
Mate, you can't be in it to win it. Spend it.
There's a reason. There's a reason why points limits looks like it's up to 1,500.
I don't think 1,500 is enough. I think it needs to be 2k.
No, 2.
I think it needs to be 2k. Yeah, 1,500 points is so like
1,500 on 8 dice.
Yeah, I think it needs to be 2k.
Especially as I noticed with the basic assault platoon, you need advanced or specialist infantry in it, and it's like, God.
That's where the whole, you can just use a bolt action army goes straight out the window, because your 2 mandatory infantry sections have to be Conflict 47 ones. So,
yeah. Do you know if this is this edition the same as the previous one?
No, the Rift dice are new, and obviously it's been updated to be V3ified, so it is quite different to what came before.
Okay, I just wondered because, obviously, if it's a V2 and it's a tweak of the old rules, then I'd be a lot more disappointed that it's so janky and easy broken. But if it's basically a brand new game,
no, and it's only a couple of weeks old as well. To give them their credit, like every game is released that has these sort of issues and stuff, and sometimes you need to see it to fix it, right? Because obviously, you only have so many playtesters.
You need a Cathay balloon to dominate before you put an FAQ out.
And this is the thing, right? If me and Dave go to this tournament at Warlord Games and absolutely dominate with our filth, ideas and stuff, as long as someone takes note of that and then fixes it, then it's fine. Yeah. It's when people go, la, 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 it's fine. I think the bigger problem for the longevity of the game is going to be the prices. Because they are not cheap. Not cheap.
No.
So
I've looked at it and gone, that is a lot of pennies. I can buy a GW army for those pennies. That kind of pennies.
So this is. So we actually went when me and Spurlie went to Warlord to pick up the starter set. We nipped into Warhammer World because we got there a bit early, so we went and had a look around. And obviously, Warhammer Games Workshop are currently selling about a box of 20 models for about 50 quid, give or take. So
that's the Horus Heresy range, right?
Yeah. So if you was playing, say, Solar Auxiliary, you can get a box of 20 Solar Auxiliary infantrymen for about £45. Similar thing. They're just sci-fi troops with laser guns. Do you know what I mean? And that's basically what all the Conflict 47 stuff is. Realistically, it's sci-fi troops with laser guns. Except Warlord are selling you 10 of their special dudes for like 40-50 quid.
Yeah.
Well, this box of pack of 5 is 26.
What?
So this Wotan, so that's about the size of it. It's about the size of your hand look. £83. 83. I'm just gonna compare it to a drop pod. Yeah, that drop pod is about what, 25 quid. Now I know you can sit there. You can say.
Here is 40.
Yeah, I know you say, oh, but it's resin, and but you're supporting British companies, and it's not mass manufactured, it's not plastic, blah, blah, blah. That's fine. I understand why it's more expensive. But the fundamental is, that's an expensive boy, and that's a big chunk of change for a walker. Now,
the thing for me is, on it, is you want your game to grow. You re-release the edition, off you go. You want the growth. You're thinking, we can go into like the sci-fi realms, and this could be almost like the start of their 40k kind of look at the Conflict 47. And then you look at the prices and go, they're fine. Internal corporate going, it's fine. It's what it is. What it is. And it's just everybody's looking at it going, that's a bit pricey. And I think it's going to limit its growth because of the price. Bolt Action's growth came through everything being cheap.
Well, the thing with Bolt Action is you can't sit there and say that's my Sherman, right? You can't copyright this stuff, which means you're free to go and get your models from wherever. Conflict 47 is a different beast, because if you say this is my super heavy Wotan, the Wotan is a specific thing that looks like something specifically. Now, don't get me wrong. If you go and look on the certain websites, you can already find 3D print files of things that look very suspiciously similar to certain other units. Obviously, I'll let you guys fill in the blanks. And there's lots of options and stuff. So if you guys remember the War Games Factory plastic kits from years and years ago, I've got loads of them and just built them up as generic Great Troop sci-fi guys. Now, if we was to run a Conflict 47 tournament, if I was to turn up and say, yeah, this guy's the Stormtrooper, you guys are going to be like, yeah, of course it is, whatever, that's fine, not going to bat an eyelid. If I was to go to a Warlord event, how rigid are they going to be with, hey, it has to be our models? Now, with Bolt Action, they've always been quite open about it. Conflict 47 is their own IP. So, and this is the thing, and Alex raises a good point in the chat, there is loads and loads of sci-fi bits. Like, you could build a generic sci-fi army really easily and cheaply if you were clever. I mean, look at War Games Atlantic, half the shit they're coming out with, with all like grognards and shit like that. But if you can't actually use that in your games, or you think that you will get told off if you do, where do you go from there? It's really hard. And it's a fine line for Warlord too, because obviously they want you to buy their stuff because they want to make money, because that's how businesses grow. But at the same time, if they come down really hard and go, no, it's our stuff only, also their stuff costs £50 for a box of 10, you're going to price people out.
I think it comes down to they're going to have to look at mass production at some point, right? Like, at some point, they're going to have to look at mass production for a couple ranges in couple model ranges in K47, just to kind of go, hey, buy it. Because as we've found, the second you run this stuff into plastic, people will buy it. Every single tank kit in Bolt Action that they've shifted into plastic has sold a lot. And the resin stuff just gets left behind. And, they've made their Warlord resin, which I will give props to. The Warlord resin is really good. It's just, I'm looking at it going, this is so pricey for what we're looking at. And yes, it's an expensive hobby, but you're trying to get the people already spending that type of money, and you're not going to get the kind of GW crowd that are spending that money to spend it on K47 if you're not giving them a comparatively sized model for their money. And that's, I think, the issue.
And I
think if GW released Conflict 47 with these models and had it as a kind of specialist game, I don't think anyone would bat an eyelid at the prices, because you just go, well, it's a GW product. But when Bolt Action is so cheap, I mean, the £85 that you just showed for that one model, that's the best part of a 1,000-point army, if not a full 1,000-point army for Bolt Action. So I think getting into Conflict 47, you're probably familiar with Warlord and familiar with Bolt Action. So when you compare the two, it's apples and oranges, isn't it? You look at it and you think, oh my god, that's so much more expensive.
Even if you go to Warhammer, and you buy an £80 box, let's say we brought, one of these we brought a Kratos tank for 30k and it cost £80. That tank looks fucking sick. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. And don't get me wrong, the Conflict 47 stuff looks good, but it's not Games Workshop levels of good. It's not Games Workshop levels of detail, especially on their plastic kits and stuff.
Yeah, how's the quality on it? Because we all know from GW and historically with GW, they've been really shit at taking pictures of their models, and then you look at them in person and go, actually, these are really fucking cool, look at all that detail, look at all this. And generally with quality, when you find a quality issue, GW just go, yeah, keep the bits, just show us a picture that the quality's, the thing you're saying is actually a thing, and we'll just send a new bit. And it's always been great. So how's the quality on them?
I mean, a lot of it will come down to taste. Of course it will, between what you like, your own styles. I've built a lot of the Style Trooping guys. I've built a couple of the Tarantulas, Vogel Spins, whatever you want to call it. They're okay.
The plastics
it's fine.
are quite good.
It's okay,
I quite like the plastics.
Yeah.
The metal, like the metal paragons, are very easy to break.
Oh dear.
I was holding one piece and the gun snapped in half. And then the two bits to stick it back together are both less than a mil. So it's like, well, they're never going back together.
Yeah, I've done that before. I don't know what it is with modern
companies. They are brittle.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. Some of them are obviously going, produce on it. GW is out. Metal is not where it is. And you've got all these, and I'm going to call it, all these old men that love metal models. Fine, cool. The second you want really good detail, the second you want that really good detail, throw your fucking old metal thing in the bin and just get into the world of plastic. Because at least it can glue the shitty thing back together when it breaks.
I think they'd have even been better off using the Sirecast resin. But they've got the new Warlord resin.
The Warlord resin.
I don't get the hate for that. You know, I know a lot. If you go on there, if you put something on Facebook and be like, yeah, it's a Sirecast, you'll always have an army of Grogmods going to go, Warlord resin. I think it's fine. It's, you know, I've got.
It's really good. Like,
yeah.
I've only ever had we got a promotional model through the Warlord factory tour that's got a sword, and you can bend this sword all you like, it returns to the same spot. And I'm there thinking, well, that's really good, because that's exactly what you want from it. You want from something where it's like, oh, this spike here, it's always going to bend back, don't panic, you know? And then the other model I got was one of the US, I think it was the US model that we got at the UKGE.
Yeah, the Firefly one, yeah.
Yeah. That, again, looks really good quality. By the way, Spurlie, if you want that Firefly, you're welcome to him.
Alright, I think I've got Toph somewhere.
Yeah, I did give you mine. He needs them because they're shit. He needs quantity.
I've got the open.
Yeah.
I've got someone to send me the open day one as well from this year, so.
But, yeah, it's, like, the Warlord resin's really good, and I don't know why they're not pushing it more. I mean, I've got an inkling of why, because they can't put it on mass kind of production, but if I were them, I would be pushing into this Warlord resin. Like, all the metal stuff has got to go Warlord resin.
Well, I think the Sirecast problem is potentially because they only had 2 machines when we were on the open day last year. So there's only so much production you can push through 2 machines that can only spin 1 mould each at a time. So that could be it.
Well, we'll just. I think with Conflict 47, it's just a wait and see, isn't it? I think ask again in 6 months how it goes. I mean, I've easily got 2,500 points right here on my desk that I'm working on. So like, I'm not spent that money for nothing. I'm going to go and play it. I'm going to go to events and stuff. Well, I think me and Spurlie have been talking about we might even put an event on next year if we come up with a we'll come up with a suitably dapper name for it. Battle at the Rift Factory. Yeah, Rift. Yeah.
So it's got to have something to do with Rift, hasn't it?
Or we'll just be very juggernaut about it and call it like Cunts and Conquerors or something. I don't know. Like, we'll work it out.
No, I'm looking at it from the outside at the moment. I'm looking at it going, okay, cool. I could be the really good test dummy when I get a chance for the group to be, I'm going to use a majority bolt action army and see how this goes. Because if it works, then we go, well, okay, you can do that. And if it doesn't, we go, you can't do that. We should tell nobody to do that, you know?
But at least any events we run, bring what proxies you want. As long as you're not confusing people do what you want, I think that's a fair.
It's got to be comparable size.
Yeah.
Because that's the thing. It's where if somebody brings their own Wotan, and it's a completely different shape and size, so the silhouette's different for when you're checking line of sight and that.
Yeah, but like, you know, like if a zombie's a zombie, right? Whether you brought the Metal Warlord one or you brought the Plastic War Games Atlantic one, like a zombie's a zombie. Like,
zombie's a zombie. Yeah, that of course.
Yeah,
it's when you come to the vehicles and you go, oh, actually, my version of the Wotan is half the size of the official one.
Yeah.
No, mate.
Yeah, we'll see. What we got next, Billy? Was that it? Are we there?
Mincemeat.
Oh, that's your thing. You plug that.
What do you mean that's my thing?
I've been doing nothing for mincemeat planning. You've been doing it all.
It's your pack, Toph. Really?
Well,
it is really.
You wrote that pack. You may have plagiarised another pack that I wrote.
I may well have copy and pasted a different pack.
Yeah.
Now, we're not saying that list building for Mincemeat is based upon a large international event that's potentially taking place in Denmark next year. But we're also not saying that.
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying anything.
No. I didn't say shit.
No, that's you.
And it's been interesting actually seeing people like Theorycraft lists for the WTC based off the Mincemeat pack. But is that everything you need to know? Who knows?
I've already got.
All will be revealed.
I've already got Richie C in for a.
I've
already got Richie C in for a mincemeat practice game next week.
I will say for anyone who's thinking that it's a 1-for-1 like mix between WCC and mincemeat, all I will say is
hope is the first step on the road to disappointment.
Wise words, not Gabriel, Isidore. That's the librarian's name. There we go.
I am Gabriel Angelos,
we'll see.
chapter master of the Blood Ravens.
Though Alex has already given me shit because apparently taking 5 TKS tank hits is not enough, and I just think this little fucker needs to get good. Do you know what I mean? Like, if you can't take, if 5 of something's not enough, maybe you just need to get better, son.
I honestly thought Alex was at Fight the Museum when I looked around the armies and went, that's a fight. That's a 10 TKS tank army.
No, it was Gerwin's. Yeah, he was supposed to be there, but he had to go and do this weird thing called parenting. Parenting. Parenting.
How does one parent?
I've got 2 kids and I've not parented anything in my life, so don't ask me, mate. I'm fucking shit.
So yeah, back to mincemeat. 1250 points and at least 625 points, so 50% has to be spent on rifle platoons, and maximum of 5 of each unit entry per army list. So limiting some of that spam.
Some of it.
Some.
Yeah.
Not very well. Jesus.
Not very well at all. Yeah. Can I still take a sum total of 10 Panzer IIIs? Yes, because this is a Panzer III-G and this is a Panzer III.
Go away, Pete. No. Stop it.
No, you can't.
No, you can't because of the rifle
unit
tank.
Entry.
Yeah. Will they be the same unit entry? I can't remember how it's the words in the German.
No, there's 2 unit entries for the Dakar Panzer III. One's got a medium AT and one's got a light AT.
Right, we're going to have to change it. Let's change it. Come on. On we go. Let's make a new FAQ. Let's change it.
I'll take one unit entry. Do it.
What date's mincemeat? Mincemeat? Yeah, what date's mincemeat?
Mincemeat.
That's after mincemeat. We're going to have mincemeat, then we're going to have mincemeat.
That's the after party.
That's the after party.
That's Saturday night. It's the last weekend in November. So
that's not long then, is it?
No, 29th and 30th.
No, not long at all.
Price support started coming in, so...
That's exciting. There we go. Is there any tickets left?
There are 2 tickets left, or 3 tickets.
Yeah. It went up and sold very quickly, didn't it?
We've got 3 tickets left.
Okay.
So, buy them, please.
Yeah.
No, Pete, right, they're all on different unit entries. All the different Panzer IIIs.
You ain't gonna. A Panzer III is like, 140? You won't be able to take more than 5 anyway, even if you wanted to, with the rifle.
Yeah, but every single competitive German list starts with 2 light anti-tank gun Panzer IIIs, 1 medium anti-tank gun Panzer III, and then whatever the hell else they can fit in. Mate, because it's so creative.
Yeah, I know third ed bolt action stale as fuck. That's why I'm fucking about with Tigers.
It's as stale as the second ed's back end, where are you a Brit army? Is that 2 Stuart Dackers? Cool. And some Gurkhas. Nice. Very creative today, aren't we? Or the US one where, is that 2 Stuart Dackers? Yes, okay. And some flamethrowers. Being very creative again, aren't we? Okay. You know?
Let's put the Pete away. Someone's put a penny in him. Oh. Let's just...
But I get put away all too often.
Something though that I've actually just thought of looking in this book, which will affect us for list checking and that, is that on the app the Panzer III is under 1 under 1 unit entry, whereas in the book it's not. So
we'll deal with that later. Whatever. Right.
Yeah.
Shall we go into Hobby Lobby? Are we there?
Herbie Derby.
Do we have? I don't have any music for whatever. I can give you a wow. Is that all right? No, let's do hop. That's
his best of all.
Sorry. What, Pete? Do you have a list of what Hobby Lobby shit we did 6 months ago?
Yes. Not in that bag though. I'll be right back.
He's just going to go and write a list now, isn't he? He's like, Toph was going to do this thing. Dan was
going to
list
listen to episode 70.
I know what he's doing. He's running off to finish painting whatever his last pledge was.
Yeah, that's it.
Wasn't his last... No, to be fair, wasn't his last pledge his Tomb Kings, which he did get finished for OnlyFlanks. So, like, give him that credit.
I have any book. I don't have any light. I have any book.
Okay. Tin Pot. Tin Pot Podcast.
Well, so far this episode, Pete has been in absolute darkness, but that washer dryer behind him with all the pants on has been lit up like a fucking Christmas tree.
Oh, God.
Right, so... Dan didn't have a pledge in the last one.
Standard.
Oh, wait.
I have successfully achieved that as well.
No, hold on. I've got to go
Go
even
me.
further back to Dan.
No,
I'm going to get back to Dan because Dan missed the episode that isn't.
Yeah, I wasn't on the 30k one.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Dan had finished riders and characters for 2k points.
I assume that's Brett's, in which case all of my Brett's are now finished.
Show off.
Yeah.
Loser.
Yeah.
Wow.
I know. I have also printed a full Demon of Slanesh army and a full Skaven army, and I've base layered almost all of the colours onto my Demonettes.
He's also rebuilt his Demonettes about 4 times each because they keep breaking.
Yeah, because I've printed them, and because they're the models from the Total War game, but if you know anything about the Total War game, is those models are really slender and thin and light, and when you print them, resin is brittle as fuck. So if you look at the model or pick it up and hold it, it breaks immediately. So they are 10% resin and 98% glue. I know that's bad math, but that's how much glue you have to use.
Wow.
Cool. So Spurlie had 6 FT17, 2 FT18, live stream a podcast, and a Raven Guard test model.
No Raven Guard test model because Toph never printed me one.
Well, in Toph's defence, his printer has decided that.
Yeah, my printer has crapped itself.
Every second.
Yeah, I know. So I'm not having a go. I'm just, I did everything.
Yeah,
I also have a printer.
Toph's printer. I think the last thing it successfully printed was my Ushabti.
That is correct. Pete's Ushabti broke the printer.
What also happened is not long after we said I'm going to do a Raven Guard test model, I walked down the street in Colville, tripped over, and ended up with a cafe starter box in my arm.
Oh yeah, that was a thing that
I
happened.
hate when that happens.
Yeah. That was so funny because I was in the room there. I was like, Spurlie, what are you doing? What are you doing? Spurlie, stop, Spurlie! Oh.
It's absolutely devastating. I remember hearing the news and I was like, Spurlie, you poor bastard, you fell over.
And then I know this. He went home and he went to Gemma and he was like, "Oh, Gemma, Toph made me spend all of this money. Oh," and it was like, "What the fuck, man? That's not how it happened."
Weren't you then sacked like a week later?
Yeah.
It's all related, isn't it? It's all connected, man.
Yeah, not far off. Yeah. It wasn't far off at all.
So you painted? Didn't you paint that full Cathay army as well?
Paint's a strong word. He definitely dry brushed it.
Dry brushed it.
I put paint on those models. There wasn't paint on
there was
them.
another.
There is paint
there was
on them.
one of the cafe players at the doubles tournament me and Dan went to had cafe, and he'd painted his terracotta, but he'd actually done it properly, and it looked really good.
Who are you on about? Oh, the double one.
Yeah.
I thought you were on about.
No, he wasn't. No.
I thought you were on about Liam then. And I was like, no,
Liam
had them like a month longer than I had. He'd been giving them by Games Workshop.
No, the guy he'd painted it so all the armor was terracotta, but there was still a human underneath. So he painted all the flesh and face and all that. Yeah.
Boring.
No,
boring. Go and look at real terracotta armor. God.
He was out.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you didn't paint the Raven Guard model, so you failed to pledge.
No. Yeah.
You had 6 months, Berg, and you still
2,000
failed. What the fuck, man?
2,000 points of
Right.
2,000 points of cafe.
I mean, we've learned a new game system and won an event, and you haven't painted Raven Guard. Come on, lads.
I've
We were
created
discuss-
life.
We
and
were,
you haven't put that Raven Guard model up.
we were discussing that on the way back because, like, the battle for the museum was the event that Spurlie kept coming to us. Oh, I've got this filthy list, lads. Filthy. Oh, it's brilliant. It's fucking filthy. It's going to destroy everyone.
I never said that. You were telling me.
No, you did. You did.
I never said that because I always did myself down on it because Toph is the person that always goes, Matt, you write really good lists. You're just shit at playing them.
Am I wrong, though? But am I wrong?
Yeah, no.
You're not wrong. No.
No.
Right, Toph, you had a second dragon,
Yeah, smashed
silver
it.
helms, 5 sword masters, and 1 dragon. That's what I got written. I think it's because you missed out one of the dragons on
I've
the
done
second
the-
dragon.
Your
done-
Sword
I've done-
Masters and Dragon were at the event. So
Yeah,
they're done.
I've not done the sword masters. No, the silver helms. I've done the sword masters. Not the silver helms. Sorry.
Shock.
In my defence, I've
And
painted
for that,
I've
that, your punishment is to do another Old World doubles event.
I have painted 4,000 points of like World Eater 30k. Does that count for anything?
I know. You got your world eaters out and went, I don't like these, and repainted them.
Yeah, like
Sorry.
I've not been idle.
Oh,
Is it embarrassing that the second dragon only got finished a week ago because I needed it for the doubles event?
Oh,
and up until that point, it wasn't finished.
a little bit, but it's lovely and pink.
It's horrendously pink. It's like it'll blind your corneas. It's like it's part of the plan. Yeah.
Then I had 40 skeleton archers, my scorpions, and basically my Tomb King army, and that shit got done.
Yeah, man, you had a tournament. See, that's why we need to go to tournaments. It helps us paint shit.
Helps us paint
Helps
your
me
12-year
paint
backlog.
Exactly, yeah.
Hey, how dare you? It's more than 12 years.
Yeah, I was going to say it's more like 20.
Yeah.
I think my first purchase of a Tomb King model was 2003?
Oh, God, Pete.
Maybe 2002?
Just stop it. Just don't dig your hole. That, in which case,
I'm living this hole.
I'm ready to do my pledge because I know exactly what my pledge is going to be because me and Spurlie have got a tournament to go to. Therefore, this thing does need painting because if I don't paint it, we'll be up shit's creek. So when you're
Conflict 47 army.
basically, yeah, I need to paint.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm
That's
acting like an old
exactly
man.
it,
I can't see the colour on my pen.
Oh, fuck off, Pete.
Turn the light on.
What is fucking
There's
gone
no
wrong?
lights in here.
Oh,
There's no
okay.
lights. Like literally the only light in here doesn't work.
why did you move down south to a backward society where they don't even have light bulbs, Pete?
Yeah.
Because they have London prices and I hate money.
God. What, so you spent $500,000 on your house so you can't even afford to put the light bulb in it? Is that how it works?
As Hyacinth Bouquet would say, God rest her soul, it's about appearances, dear.
Okay. Well,
So you want to appear like
I was going to say there is no appearance because we can't see shit.
That means you can't see all the expensive stuff in the background.
Okay, fair enough. Right, you ready to write my list?
Yeah, man.
I need to paint a Votan, Wotan, Votan. I need to paint
Question,
two.
quick question, is that like Zoltan from Dude Where's My Car?
No, it's German
Votan.
for Odin.
Oh.
Yeah, Odin. So the Odin.
Oh, Wotan, yeah.
Yeah, I've also got two.
It's Wotan, Woden's Day,
Yeah,
yeah.
I've got two Vogel spins to paint. They're just German for tarantulas, little walkers.
Spin, and that's 2 N's and an E, yeah.
Yeah, I've got 6 werewolves I need to do.
6 hairy boys.
And then I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Let's call it. You know what? Fuck it. I just need to paint all of my Stahltroopen. All of them.
Yeah.
All
All of the Stahltroopen.
this Stahltroopen bullshit.
It is
bullshit.
Oh, it is bullshit. Yeah. It's
How did they 7 plus, by the way?
because they've got
Because
the veteran with
They've
the
got
mega armor,
powered
powered
Oh.
augmented armor or something. It's bullshit. It's just bullshit.
Yeah.
It's because Warlord want to sell a plastic kit. That's why they're 7+.
I mean, give us more plastic kits.
The American heavy infantry is 6+, but only if it's veteran. Is your 7+ regular?
Nah, 7+. You can only take them veteran.
Oh yeah. All right.
Oh, right, okay. I'm going to skip over to Dan. What are you going to paint, Dan?
Well, it depends, you see, because if we keep on our regular schedule of one pod every 6 months, I'm going to pledge the rest of my Skaven army. If we're doing a month, then I'm going to do all 62 demonettes. And maybe, if I feel fruity, maybe 20 Chaos Furies as well.
Or 62 gropey ladies. Should we call them gropey ladies?
Gropey ladies. I like it.
I'm going to guess we're going to be mid-December for the next pod. Because there's no point in doing it before Mincemeat. And then the weekend after Mincemeat, we've got Conflict. So we'll do it like after we've done the Conflict event. So it'll be the Christmas episode.
Yay! Fa la 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 la.
And for those wondering, but why? Yeah.
Sorry.
For those wondering, but why are we not getting content all the time? It's like, because I'll be honest, P3 is quite simple.
Because if you want us to do anything more than moan and whinge, you're best off waiting.
Yeah.
Spurlie, what are you not going to paint for the next pod?
Oh, but I've got to, because I'm in the same situation as Toph.
He's got to paint a linebacker, a Bruin, a Grizzly.
No, wrong.
Oh, fuck off! And like 20 of the Fireflies. Am I right?
I've got 6, 12, 13 Fireflies, 6 Paragons, a linebacker, a Bruin, and a Kodiak.
I'm sorry, I got the wrong type of bear.
A Bruin.
I tell you what, when I go out on a Friday night and I go down Turtle Dove or whatever in Leicester, I always pick the right sort of bear. So
Turtle Dove.
Kodiak camera.
It's the Rainbow and Dove.
Rainbow and Dove. Sorry. Getting my gay bars confused.
That's not been there for ages, Dan.
Oh, is it not?
Just so I make sure I got this down right. 13 Fireflies, 6 Paragons, an NFL team, a Kodiak camera, and an NFL player.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah. Nice. Meanwhile, I'm going to be really boring.
I'm so waiting for them. So the walkers, they're going to be sprayed green, and then dry brushed a lighter green, and then base. That'll be it. And then
no. Agmax Earthgate.
Oh, okay.
Silver barrel.
Okay, yeah. With a silver barrel. Okay. And then the infantry is just going to be contrast flesh, contrast green, except the Paragons are going to be contrast blue because Captain America, and then silver bits, and then base.
You might as well paint them for me, Toph.
No, because I really want to.
He's got you there.
Yeah.
Let me get mine out of the way first, and then talk to me.
It's when I do the heavy infantry, because I've got I'm not using the heads that have come with them. I've got Halo Master Chief helmets coming for those ones. So yeah.
I'm going to paint some Recon Marines, a Contemptor, a Sabre, and an M18 Hellcat, because why not?
Ooh, Hellcat.
And I still have questions around. Yeah, I won it at the Fight at the Museum because I was officially the most delightful player there, Dan.
Spurlie, usually are,
yeah. Like, I got best sportsman.
Yeah. It wasn't odd, though, when you looked around and Silru was there.
Hi. Yeah,
well,
definitely not me.
I'm intrigued, having looked at... Alright, I haven't got a rulebook, I haven't looked at the rulebook, so I'm hoping it's mainly bolt action based and just crossing my fingers. I think it's just the riff mechanics that are different. So, like a +6 or 7 in bolt action is still a +6 or 7 in conflict, right?
There's a couple of slight changes. Like, Tough Fighter's different.
Oh, what's Tough Fighter doing?
Tough Fighter's back to what it was in first, where you just get an extra attack.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Fanatic's the same, isn't it?
I think it's V3 style, yeah.
Okay. And you told me what Deadly was.
Yeah. Well, don't worry, mate.
Yeah,
We'll once you back up, we'll have a proxy game or whatever. Sort you out.
Yeah, because I've seen the rules say you can use bolt action stuff, and this is how you use your bolt action stuff.
With opponent's permission. Because that's always fun,
mate.
isn't it?
You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put down 1 billion spear fighters and be like, and when you go, I've got 7+, what are you doing? I'm going to charge you. And because I always, I don't lose when we draw, we're going to have the constant combat.
Yeah, see how that goes.
He'll just use his gravity pulse on you.
Okay.
Is that right?
No, I didn't say I didn't like it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right, are we about there? About there?
I think we're about there.
In which
I
case,
think so.
Dan, do you have a joke for us? We've not had one long. So long. So long.
Yeah.
Go on then.
Toast holiday.
Yeah, right. So, a man goes up to his wife and he says, "Love, I'm just going fishing. I really want you to come with me." And she says, "Look, I don't want to go fishing. I hate it." And he says, "Right, you got 3 options. You can either come fishing, give me a blowjob, or take it up the arse." And she says, "Oh, right, okay, well, take your trousers down and I'll give you a blowjob." So she starts kneeling down and she starts sucking his cock and she goes, oh fuck it, this tastes like shit. And he goes, "Yeah, the dog didn't want to come either." Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.